Welcome to the, follow-up episode for Nerd Shadow Skies. It is a good time. Enjoy. D&D.
He
Hello.
spends most of his time just hanging off the leather things
Hello.
for.
Like a real bat. Real bat, bro. Alright, so, who wants to do the recap this week?
I'm really tired. No,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
I could try.
You want to go?
Sure, we left the observatory. We downloaded a whole bunch of crystals, got some information. We burned the body successfully. Thankfully, no repercussions, as far as we know, no consequences. We did try to break into a random wooden shed. There was a quartz power crystal there. It broke cracked upon us touching it. I think Gemini touching it, and we had a shared vision, except for Valrius.
Who's too cool to pass out.
After the vision, we purchased downtime and ship. Big major thing that I believe happened is that there was like a bunch of Wyvern riders. They also had some bards of them.
Yeah, they're hype squad.
Oh yeah,
They're battle bards.
they had a fucking orchestra on Wyvern.
But our resident illusion mage did create a big giant death knight thing. Scare him away for now. But Eldegard did warn that they are most likely going to come back.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we left off.
And then we played cards. We talked a lot last session. Gwen cried in
Animal
the
therapy.
closet.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. I think, I'm pretty sure Urek was like kind of overheard that because he was contacting his family and such.
Yeah, I was like, shut up.
Shut up, What?
I'm on the phone.
Deal with it. I'm on the phone, bitch. Shut up.
Be quiet. I'm trying to make a phone call to my daughter.
I'm
I
on
have a
the
daughter, by
phone!
way.
Grow the
He was
fuck
just
up.
talking to his family. Just hear Gwen crying in the background, like quiet.
Aspen, she's over here.
Just 1 second. Aspen, get
Aspen,
over here!
She's crying in the closet. Come look.
Alright, I find
I got everything.
a very cute image for it. Should be very cute. There we go.
I think the vision was like a
Image
deaf
for what?
world.
Gwen
What had
crying?
died.
No, it's. Shut up.
Ooh, it's morning now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As you guys have plenty
Good morning,
of
good
time
morning.
to go through all of your downtime as you'd like. And we're going to start top of the order, final hall. First off, Eldegard.
Oh, we have downtime?
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the sparring in a minute. Eldegard. The week of travel. Just about. Yeah.
To really start building the duck den yet, so I think I'll probably focus on reading that cool book of trick shots.
Oh, it's 11 days. My bad. Whatever. A week is fine, considering all the other stuff. All right. You wanted to read. Perfect. Noting that down, and I'll get to what you find out as you kind of like skim through this book. At the first, at first it's like a light read, and then it starts getting really, really detailed about these kind of mini adventures that this great archer once had. And they get whimsical, they get silly, they get over the top. It's kind of like reading a child's bedtime stories, almost. Level of shenanigans, and like all that wouldn't actually happen. But as you read more and more, there are some very strange things you begin to notice about the kind of working and the wording of the book. There are several key phrases that it uses when it's describing how he attacks. Various kind of like occasional art pieces of this like very basic human man just pulling on his bow, and like some charts here and there. And it starts giving you ideas for very probably impractical at the start and dangerous techniques, but ones that part of you feels like you could maybe make more of a reality than just a child's folktale. And we'll get into how you start unlocking that in just a little bit. Next on the list, I believe Gemini wanted to beat up some wizards. Train some wizards.
I'm gonna train them.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
what?
I'm sorry. Let
No,
me
there's
I'm
not.
training them.
If you can
They-
dodge a fish, you can dodge a.
Yeah, exactly. If you dodge a fish, you can dodge a counter. So, no, you can't dodge a counter spell. A fireball. Right? That's how that works.
Oh, you want to try dodging a fireball?
Oh!
But please don't in character.
Sure!
Oh boy.
I don't have
even-
evasion yet. Fuck. That's fine.
Big
It's
brain
fine.
moves.
Don't worry about it.
Just moving people where they be.
I'm just importing the bot stuff on the
Yep,
Mali.
yep. What cute art.
Thank you.
He's adorable.
He's adorable.
A little monster from hell.
Okay, hold on, give me that one. I'll show everybody the art format there. Ah, he's too big. He's too large. I didn't finish editing.
Make him this small.
He's tiny. Just delete him. I can't delete him. I
He
have to
is
scroll around.
this small.
There he is. Hello, where's Mati?
Let me hide his hit point bar so you don't have to keep looking at his green bar.
It's 1.
His singular hit point bar.
What the fuck is?
Watch him get beat up.
All right. So,
I'm not gonna beat them up.
how does the training arc begin? What do you do to? How does it start? That's what I want to see. I want you to role play it. I want you to describe to me how you get into this scenario as I eat my food. Entertain me. It's your job.
Oh no.
Earn the inspiration.
Oh, great. Are we all watching?
I am.
Urek's reading his book, leaning against the wall,
Okay.
watching just in case someone needs to be healed.
Aspen has started a betting ring.
Of course she has.
Ew.
The ducks are all watching and
With
telling.
nobody.
I feel like she would play.
the
She would be
ducks.
playing
Ducks are the
like
ones
along
gambling.
to the punches, you know, and like making fun of everyone as they failed and stuff.
Exactly.
I like think that the ducks are all going over to gamble.
Exactly. That's 100%.
Oh my god, Angel!
they're only-
Angel, come
they
back
only
here,
got, like,
Angel! Oh,
They only got like breadcrumbs or something,
No.
but they're all gambling the same.
Like little kernels of seeds.
No,
They're like,
they're using coins.
for some reason, they all have like bandanas tied around their heads, and some of them are smoking cigarettes.
Where did they get those?
I'm
They-
sorry,
they
is
got
this
in my
a
stash.
gang now?
They're just in the
Always
circle.
has been.
If we get too
Duck
close, they
gang.
all turn and go silent and just glare at us.
One of them you just see slurping out of a water skin, just. The duck gang.
Okay, I'm doing this to Gwen and Val, right?
Right. That's what you told me.
I'm gonna ask this question, even though I think I know the answer. How much hand-to-hand combat do you, either of you know?
Why would I need hand-to-hand combat?
It never came up.
Because, as of right now, I'm the only hand-to-hand combatant. Urek has some skill. Eldegard
Yes,
can
you-
handle himself
you-
into the fight. If
Are
something
you
happens,
suggesting that you want us to take the front lines?
no.
Why
I'm
would I need to
saying
punch
if-
things?
I'm
Listen.
saying if something happened where no one was able to protect you, you need to be able to protect yourself without magic. Because, believe it or not, magic runs out eventually.
I mean, no, it doesn't.
Eventually.
He puts a little fire, a little ball of flame in his hand. I can literally just do this forever.
God
He
fucking.
throws a few firebolts in the air just for a few seconds to prove his point. See, I can do this all day.
Gwen just like looks, just like, oh. what do you-
Not to be rude, but those are not that strong, and they don't hurt that much.
I mean, I feel like your point. I can see where you're going with this, but I feel like we're at a disadvantage because my main thing I can't do because we're on a very flammable ship.
It's not flammable!
Oh, okay, but I feel like it'll still cause serious. Oh wait, it's not flammable. Okay.
This has been said multiple times.
Okay, never mind. Continue.
Can I at least teach you how to dodge a punch?
I mean, if you can land a punch, yes.
Jesus.
Do
I
you
think
I think
want
that
me
I
to
think
punch you?
I believe that is Valrius volunteering to go.
Val, come up here.
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself before I go forward.
You see him use
And
magic.
Shield of Faith.
Aren't those both con?
They are.
No, Sanctuary isn't.
Is it not?
Nope.
Nice.
I think Sanctuary isn't.
It is not Sanctuary. Sanctuary is not concentration.
Yeah. We can all just quickly check with Avery, of course.
Or I can place it here.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Hmm?
Or so you would cast it? Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Valrius starts glowing intensely.
Okay.
I'm also dodging.
What does it look like?
He's just like, try and hit me. You want to hit me? Do it. Alright.
He's like trying to ankle break and just.
Gemini's gonna stare at Val for a little bit until he stops glowing. When Val stops glowing, she's going to sucker punch him straight into the face.
Is this what you're gonna do? Alright, I'm gonna cast Fireball. Make a dex save.
Centered where?
Just you.
Centered where?
Centered where? Centered where? Centered where, Tyler?
Okay, fine. Hold on.
Draw this for me. Yes, the infighting.
Oh my god.
My favorite.
Oh my god.
Noted. Describe it to me.
He tosses. If this is what you're gonna do, I'm gonna fight back. And
Oh, wait, that-
And he tosses a fireball behind her.
Just like she's just standing there waiting. He's like, "That's not allowed." The fireball. Boom! Explosion of
Okay.
flame. Wind.
That's what, 3 of your spells down? How many more do you have, Val?
Do you want to find out?
I'm gonna
Aspen in
punch
the
Val
background.
again.
You-
Fight!
the
Fight!
real-
Fight!
do you-
Fight!
The real question is, do you think you'll stay up long enough before I run out of magic?
I'm gonna stunning strike Val.
You gotta hit him first.
Ooh.
This,
Which is just the AC.
I believe the point she's trying to make is that
Shit.
That does hit
Gemini
my
is a
AC,
little
though.
more squishy than the things we're going to be fighting.
That does hit my AC.
Oh no, can you make a constitution saving throw for me?
Sure, I'm
Yeah, he's
good
good at those though. Or
My DC's not that high. Yeah,
Oh.
that one passes.
I just like this song, so it's playing now. No other reasons.
Okay. He says, playing what song? Oh, okay, I just enchanted for it.
Oh, I also need to make a con save for.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I recognize the music.
Concentration.
Yeah.
'Cause I've used
What do
it
you maintain a
before.
concentration on Seal the Faith?
No,
Yeah.
for well that and Sonic Strike. Hit him again.
Well, I already passed both.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
my foundry wasn't loading, so I had to reload my my thing.
Oh, I do
you see
recognize
some of
this
the vets
music.
start switching their bets to Val.
It's
Bets
fine.
are locked in.
Bets are locked in.
Ducks are starting to riot.
They're like, "Fight!" You see them, and you see they're split into 2 camps, just chanting, "Quack, quack, quack."
Val,
And it's like just this one
you-
piece of chocolate lying on a board.
Val, can you
Just
kill
forward.
someone with your bare hands without using magic?
There's a lot of people who cannot.
I'm sorry. Can you kill somebody with magic without using your bare hands?
Can any of you do both?
What?
You're asking me to kill someone with my bare
Oh,
hands.
the girl
without
with his
using
hands up.
magic?
How long do
I'm
I
asking
have
you do
to
the
complete these
opposite.
tasks? Like, it depends. Maybe give me 10 minutes, and maybe.
Why would I need to throw a punch when I can literally make things explode with my mind?
Because it might come to a point where you can't make something explode with your mind, where someone else isn't around to help you and you're on your own.
Why would I need to be? I work best in groups. Why would I put myself into a position where
In
I'm
case
alone?
you are forced, Valrius.
You're being kind of a cunt right now, Valrius. Her
Yes.
point is
I'm so-
pretty clear, and you're just being a little baby. There could
Ooh,
be a
I'm a
time where you're
sorcerer. No,
silenced.
not
Could
my
be a
magic.
time where someone casts darkness on you. You can't see your target for your spells. Could be a time where you're bound and thrown into a fucking prison, or made to
No.
fight in a fighting ring because you're a prisoner.
This is the thing about
There could be a
sorcerers.
time where there's an anti-magic zone. You're just being kind of a
Anti-magic zones are
twat.
extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what it's like to not have magic on you, Valrius?
What her point isn't like, can you defeat her in a one-on-one combat? Her point is, when you can't use magic and that happens, get over it. There is a
I mean,
time you don't
No,
have magic
I
forever.
understand where you're going for, but like that's a situation where anybody can be in, not just mages.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
Yes.
And her point is, when
the
you,
Gwenneth is
anybody,
actually fierce palming.
get in that situation, maybe you should know a little bit of basics of hand-to-hand combat, and that's what Gemini's trying to be a good person and help you with. And you're being an asshole.
The only two people in this group at this point that I have not seen throw a punch or use a weapon are you and Gwen.
I'm sorry. Is this like an in-character thing, or is it this like a full thing?
No, this is an in-character thing. I'm not
Okay.
doing that yet.
I don't.
This is in character.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Everybody knows the sorcerers are not.
Okay, I'm
like...
just making sure. I don't know. All right.
Tyler's like, are you coming for me or are you coming for me?
Valrius, this is an intervention.
Tyler, come for your toes.
I mean, okay. Let's say in theory I can't use magic. He pulls out a knife.
All right, all right.
You have a knife?
Fight,
Okay.
fight her with that knife.
That's
then.
not a knife. This is a
See
knife.
how well you can do with that.
Pulls out short
Okay.
sword.
I'm
Just the
gonna pull
knife,
out
though.
mine.
No,
Right.
I bet you don't
Do
even
you-
need that, Gemini.
Do you
Okay.
seriously want me to stab you?
You know,
If you
I
can
want
hit
to
her.
see what you can do.
I thought I'd go a week without seeing a knife fight.
Like,
My knife is put away.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like stabbing people.
That's a good point,
He
and that's why
says
what she
upon-
was saying
He
before.
says upon blowing people up.
A while ago, she said it, Val.
Like,
She
it's
wants
not
to
a
show
matter
you
of
how to
whether or not I
dodge a
can.
punch. She
It's
doesn't
not-
want
it's not a
you.
matter
She
of
doesn't
whether or
want to
not
show
I
you how to
can.
gank somebody. She wanted to show you how to dodge a punch.
Like, wait, you, like I.
Hey, maybe you're
understand
like
your-
me. Someone goes up in your face, just teleport away. But the thing is, you leave your friends
Right,
behind and leave them
and
open.
my issue with that is that when I was ready to dodge a punch, you just waited for me to not be able to dodge it.
Without the magic.
Because you had magic.
Yeah, you had a lot of
And-
things stacked there.
I'm not.
When
I'm not.
You were
I'm not.
glowing.
I was
I'm
so
not-
tempted to just dispel it.
She wasn't waiting for your dodge to go down. She was waiting for your magic to wear out.
I fought a lot of mages. When people start glowing and they're playing defense, usually when I punch them, bad things go wrong. So I
Yeah, and how'd
played
that
it
go
smart.
this time?
What?
How'd that go this time? You said when you punch them, things go wrong, but
You
still
stopped
here.
glowing.
Yeah, I
no,
punched you.
I mean,
when-
I didn't. I stopped.
Okay.
Part
You're
of my
glowing a
magic
lot
ended.
less.
I mean,
No.
the that part of the glowing ended when I threw the fireball.
Once again, getting off track. I think all I'm saying is that all she's trying to do is show you how to dodge a punch. If you don't want to do that and you want to do this whole 1v1 combat, I'm
No,
awesome. I have magic thing. Then just
No,
go
it's not-
go
Like
do
I
that.
don't. I just don't see the point in all of this. Like I know you're
Why don't
trying
you
to
go
like.
away.
I don't know, man.
If you don't see the point in learning to be without your magic, even for a little while,
Like,
then
he's waving the knife around, kind of. He's kind of recklessly, to be honest. He's like, dude, what if, I literally have this out right now. Do you want me to stab you?
just put it away.
Cat,
Just-
away
just
from yourself.
put it
Away from yourself.
Okay. Can I teach you something really quickly before you go even further?
Okay.
Please change the grip on that knife. Because you will drop it accidentally if
I'm not gonna drop it.
Roll me a dexterity save.
Ryan's tail.
You fool.
You drop. You say, "I'm not gonna drop it," and then you hear boom, wind rattling, and you hear the captain go, "Oh, little bit of turbulence. Hold on, fellas," and the knife boom, boom, flying in the air.
Okay, to be fair, that one was not my fault.
We didn't have butter hands.
He
Can I
goes over to grab the knife with a walk of shame.
No, can I, while it's flying, try to grab it with
Oh
my
yeah,
telekinesis?
definitely just.
Val, I
Just
don't
pull
want
it
you to
over
die.
me, and I have your
Okay,
knife.
Valrius pulls out a second knife.
All right, time for electric boogaloo. Fail safe 2.
And then because me as Mo doesn't 100% know how to fight someone in a fist fight, Gemini is gonna teach them pressure points. Gwen and Val pressure points, and just
Key locations to punch
Basic
someone in the
dodging.
throat.
protect the face. Don't let them hit you in the face.
All right.
Footwork.
Yeah,
Protect the
footwork,
nerds.
like basic fighting 101s of please don't die.
Right.
And I'm not gonna hurt either one of you.
God, I wanted you to punch me in the
I'm
nose. God, no.
Do you want me to punch you
Quickly.
in the face?
The-
Because
out of
can.
character, why can't you punch me in the face? Please don't punch me in the character, no.
I'm not gonna punch you. Like I'm.
You punched Valrius.
Yeah, because that situation was slightly different.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm
Next.
picking up some more knives.
Honestly, he was gonna run out of knives sooner than he was gonna run out of spell slots.
Yeah.
How many knives do you have?
A few.
That's not an answer.
It is an answer.
Well, it's a wrong one.
No, it's not. I have a
I
few
throw your
knives.
knife to the
Well,
duck.
let's show us your knives.
He's
Urek,
supposedly
don't
holding
ever
up
give
one of
the
his
ducks a knife. It never ends well.
I already gave it to him.
Okay, he's holding up two of his knives.
I've got
You
two
have two
now.
knives. I don't believe two it counts as a few.
I
He's
mean, I
holding
can't
him in the
exactly
same
hold
way.
more.
That Harry Potter meme of him and the fucking.
Actually, hold on. He digs into his pockets with his tail and pulls out a third knife.
Oh,
This is a cut. I don't.
Don't
Please
you
put
need
those away.
that feet to do that?
He's
How
holding
the
it.
hell am I gonna
He's not
carry
wielding
a knife
it
with my
though.
feet? I'm wearing shoes.
No, it's literally a feet.
Yeah, but he's not actually. It's more like he's just holding it slightly. You can't use it. It's barely held.
You can't attack
I'll
with
just,
it.
I'll
Yeah.
just slap
But
his
if
tail
you
with
hold-
telekinesis.
You can't attack with a knife in your teeth either, so
Exactly.
doesn't
Not
prevent you
unless-
from holding a knife in your teeth.
What
not
are you,
unless
Zoro?
not unless you're a fighter,
Yeah, you
and that's
could.
your third attack.
Zoro.
Exactly.
Gwen, do you have a weapon?
I have my. She like taps her staff against this deck. I have this,
You can swing it at someone?
as well as any I suppose.
Okay. Hit me.
Do it hard.
Hey,
You're not gonna hurt me.
Yeah,
Urek,
bardic
Or if
inspiration.
you do, it's gonna be very
Yeah,
Urek.
what's up?
could you hold? Like she unslings one of her arms from underneath her cloak, and like Mati is just sitting there like like hanging from it like asleep. Could you hold like just for yeah
Yeah.
just
Okay.
I'll get him back in a second. Thank you.
I'll just reach my arm out for this weird bat.
what is the bat do? There you go.
I'm also gonna cast a second level Cure Wounds on Gemini.
Oh no.
It nests on your head.
No.
It's like a warm.
Okay.
It's like a warm hat.
I
like an ear warmer.
I
You're
use
not
this
gonna
more for.
hurt me that much.
All right.
Oh my god!
But just
Bunk.
Damn.
Step forward, thrust like into like the chin.
Just a reminder, Gwen, that this is a practice round.
Was she doing the dodge? No, she wasn't even using the dodge action.
Nah, she just got
No.
punched.
She just got bonked.
What the?
Oh, I did. Oh.
That,
No, that was much better than I ever expected.
in your mind, Gwenneth, you can hear Mati go, that blow would have knocked out a normal human.
I didn't.
No,
You
that
said
was
to hit
really
you.
good.
Mm.
Yes, that was very good. You used your hips. You used your
form.
momentum. It was very good. I thought I was gonna have to critique you.
Okay. Well.
Do it some
that
more!
didn't hurt.
No.
The ducks are clapping.
Quack, quack, quack! You see
I
one of
didn't
them
hear that.
turns to the other ducks with a knife.
No, stop.
Why did the ducks
And now
have
we take
knives?
over.
They put the knives away. They give this kind of like, we're doing nothing face. And then waddle
Angel
away
with the
looking at
knife.
each other.
Okay, that's
You see Aspen moving a slightly lumpy duck slightly out of the way of sight.
I'm sorry again.
Why are you sorry?
It looked like.
I had both of my kneecaps shattered. That
What?
barely.
Gemini,
Yeah.
bruh, you ain't seen shit.
Do you have something wrong? Do you need to see a cleric?
Oh, I already did. There's
Urek, can I have Matty back, please? Just a second. can I have my...
Yeah, take him off my head, please.
Oh, why did you... Get... Leave him alone. Hey,
Lean forward.
Your head's slightly colder now, Urek. It smolders.
go back to sleep. Come on. Hey. Well, thank you for the lesson, Gemini, but, in emergencies...
Hopefully it never comes to it.
Hopefully.
In emergencies, we'll just fucking die.
Exactly.
Just do what I do, just disappear.
Thank you, Eldegard.
Just run away from your problems, forehead. It's that simple.
Yeah. And play as dirty as you need to if you're in that
Oh,
situation.
don't worry. I know, but I can play this with dirty. That sounded weird. I'm sorry.
Play it as dirty as you need to. You can always apologize. You can't always come back from the dead.
Were you going to kill me if I missed?
No.
She totally
No.
was!
Why would you? I'm going to go. If you've nothing else to teach, or
Not for now.
okay, I'm going to go. Do.
Research! Runs away.
Okay.
You guys see Aspen kind of turn to you? Hop down.
Aspen, don't do. Okay.
I smell fear.
No.
Oh,
Don't do
no.
it. Don't do it.
Just
Oh.
lean.
Aspen, don't do it.
Watching. You can feel a predatory gaze.
Yes, I see.
This is
He's a menacing
terrifying.
aura.
Can't hide forever.
I can.
Well, look at that.
I can very much try.
You're gonna return Valrius' knife at a count of 3. I swear, it's not in Valrius' hands by the time I count 3.
What?
There's now an extra knife in Valor's hand. And you see one of them running away. Just like, don't look at me. I didn't do nothing.
Is this one of my knives?
This is one of your knives.
Roll me a history check, Valorous. Good news. You don't recognize it. Which is, good news is, yeah, it's not like an important knife, but it's definitely not your knife.
I mean, okay. Keep pockets it.
It's my knife now. You can feel your back pocket rumble.
The pocket where I put the knife in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look at that later.
Just pockets, pants shake. Nah, not worth it.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look at it in front of people.
All right.
Especially in this kind of situation where it can easily be recognized.
All right, Gemini, you would like to do some training during the rest of the week, correct? During this time.
Yeah.
Workout
You want to
routine.
spar?
Yeah.
All right, is
Yeah.
is
let's start
Eldegard
that
gonna bow or is he gonna knife fight?
Well, I'll ask you first. I've always been curious. Can you dodge a bow? I know I've heard some people
I
can,
can
but I always thought
catch
it's
it.
more of a legend.
I can
Really? You
catch
thought you
it.
could-
Yeah.
No,
I'd love
no.
to see it in action.
Yeah.
This can only go well.
Don't worry, I'm not going to pull back all the way. Don't worry. I also not using a star bow, and I can use a crossbow, the hand crossbow.
He just pulls out crossbow. I was waiting for this one.
God.
Oh, I haven't got to use you in a while. He's talking to his hand crossbow.
features.
Caresses it gently.
Um,
I'm gonna heal Gemini some more.
I would wait.
Now wait until
gonna
after she gets
Wait you
shot.
off.
Okay. I have a lot of spell slots
Okay.
I'm probably not gonna use.
I'm waiting for for her to not catch it.
Only time will
Alright.
tell.
And a point, Gemini. Aim for something non-vital, like the arm or something. Hopefully.
Shoulder.
Shoulder, yeah.
Shoulder.
And I'm gonna fire. Not sharpshooter.
Okay, good.
That hits. Deals maximum damage.
Oh, yeah.
So it's this kind of slow motion. Eldegard just pace, focus, clean shot. You've done this hundreds of times. It's pretty rote for you. You pull the trigger. Boom. What should be a clean hit is instead just casually intercepted by Gemini with a single kind of sweeping motion, spinning the bolt in her hands like it wasn't just flying at her at such high velocities. Easy peasy.
You want to try again?
Wow, that's amazing. Where'd you learn that? I guess
In
I'll
my
try
time
again.
in the army? Yeah. Try again.
This time I'll sharpshooter.
Shit. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, I believe that's still.
Yeah,
hits.
see?
Yep, that hits.
Roll to reduce it. It is minimum
Rolling.
damage.
Roll to it's minimum damage, but I kind of have to, no.
No.
You Eldegard, this time you focus, honing down. You pull the trigger. You see Gemini's reflexes again kick in, inches from her shoulder. She catches like the back end of the bolt, but it slides through too much like momentum. Like she was just a little bit too slow, a little bit too off, and it just grazes the edge of her skin, and she still catches it, and prevents it from like breaking skin. But there's a cut.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
I've had my kneecaps shattered.
Oh my god, we know.
It's her
Yes,
favorite
you
story.
mentioned that a few times.
Nothing.
What army were you in?
Same one as Urek. Except I was
Yeah.
pretty far on the front line.
I wasn't.
I was reserved for
What, the whole business of dwarves?
Yep.
Fuck dwarves.
Never partook of it myself.
I mean, some of them are okay, but most of them suck.
Good thing we're not going west anytime soon.
Yeah, they didn't teach me how to catch arrows or break my kneecaps in the army.
That's
Special
par for the
forces.
best.
They just made me defend a temple that ended up getting attacked by a vampire coven, and I literally died. But yeah,
But you're alive now, right? Technically?
yeah, I'm alive. I didn't actually die. I
Okay.
didn't- yeah, I don't know if I did. Did I? Stuff's complicated. Klaus tried explaining to me. It didn't really make much sense.
Sure. So drinking blood, is that more of like you have to do it? Can you eat regular food?
Yeah, I know. I don't have to drink blood actually.
No,
I just
interesting.
get really uncomfortable and even a little sick after a while if I don't.
At least the iron. Who knows?
Maybe.
Give
While-
Urek
while
some
I'm talking,
protein.
I think it's that my body
I'll try
doesn't
fire
really
again.
produce its own blood as quick anymore, and I literally get like anemic.
Slurp. You were saying?
While talking, I'm going to start. I'm going to take out the scimitar, so I can spar with Gemini hand in hand.
Freaks. Now this is a real knife. Draw a scimitar.
Okay, now I'm healed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it won't be a fair fight about it.
Wow, weak.
Just for my sake, are we going full out in this?
You don't have to.
Define
if you
full
don't-
out.
Like full
I
combat
mean,
rounds.
Out.
he won't be able to die. Don't worry, I
Mhm.
can save him.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
not going to
we
cast
have
any
enough
Hunter's
Grave
Mark on you
healing.
with
Clerics
duck
sell when
damage.
they're saving people from death.
Okay, so it's just as. Okay, you're not doing ducks. I won't do.
Yeah,
I won't suffocate you.
not casting any spells or anything
Yeah,
like that.
I'm not
Oh my
gonna
God, yeah.
suffocate you.
No 6 attacks return this time.
Suffocate him.
I'm not gonna suffocate him. That's kind of
Val,
mean.
can I borrow one of your knives?
Mine?
Val,
Okay.
Boo!
thank you, thank you. Always something I want to try out.
Why would you... What? I didn't see what.
Disappears into barrel.
Damn.
Where the fuck did Aspen go? Okay.
Weird.
The barrel falls over.
Like pokes the fucking barrel with her stick to get it rolling.
Starts rolling.
Please don't
slightly.
push it off.
Goodbye. I'm
Please
not
don't
going to push it off. I don't.
Okay.
No, the trooper telling me how I
Although-
feel about fighting you unarmed yourself, but I know you can punch far stronger than any dagger can cut.
You punch like a truck.
Yep.
My love
You
for
punch like a
you.
carriage full,
is like a
horse-drawn
truck.
carriage
What?
careening down the highway.
What is a highway?
The taller
What?
roads.
Okay.
What's a truck?
Shut up, Matty.
That's a carriage.
They have them in hell.
Too.
They're
That's
called
not-
bayways. People
you would
just.
roll initiative?
You don't have to if you guys want to just like roll like attack rolls against each other until you're done having fun. It's not really a combat scenario.
You're done having fun.
You're done having
Yeah.
fun killing each other.
Do you want to do like best 3 out of 5? He does.
Yeah.
He actually hits.
The exchanges. Yep, it's a classic. All right.
Okay, I'll do my centaur.
Gaming.
That hits.
You swing with punch.
And then I swing with the punch.
Mm-hmm.
He's 14, I think.
Oof. That's
They're
the only
slugging
one.
it.
Go away. For not even 5 minutes and already they are beating the shit out of each other.
Swing.
Yep.
So for everyone else, it happens really quickly. Boom. Forward strike,
Damage, damage, damage.
followed by knife.
That would've been hard.
Alright, I think one of my favorites so far.
Yep.
Third round.
Man, I hope those wyverns don't come back within like 5 minutes or something.
Alright, missed this one.
Swing. Downward strike. Gemini ducks back. Strikes
Hits.
him in the chin. That's 2 for 2.
Gwen calls out like,
Alright.
it's not. They're just sparring. Like she's the captain. It's probably like,
yeah,
what
we know.
The captain's not even. He's just like, I'm not even gonna ask. That's 3-2 for Eldegard's win. As the fight continues. Slow, kind of like strikes at each other. You know, very very much just testing each other's defenses. And as the brawl progresses more and more, you see Gemini's footing isn't so much as like off. It's you see like at one point in the fight, Eldegard swings with a lot of force, and she like ducks back, and you can see like her knees bend just a little bit.
Not the
unnaturally.
knees,
Just,
no.
just for a moment that causes her next strike to miss. and
Broken
boom.
knees.
You can see her injuries does seem to have an effect on her combat capabilities, but it doesn't seem
Yeah,
very
bitch.
comparative.
I
Because
have
you
an
could
8 strength now. Think.
weak knees.
I used
She's
to
like
be
kind of
in
like
a buff.
staggering or prone. I'll give a hand to help her up.
A little bit
I'll
bloody.
take it.
Her up.
Hand of friendship.
Hey, that's a great fight. I really appreciate it. I'm really rusty on this.
Yeah. It's a little more, no offense, interesting than Val and Gwen.
Alright, that was more interesting than Gwen. That was a sucker punch out of nowhere. Gwen, where'd you learn how to do that?
Well, there was this. I don't. How much do you guys know about demons?
You can all roll me nature
Uh,
checks.
Other was scratching his head. Nothing.
Nature or religion checks if you would try. Valrius, you actually do know about demons. Not because of your heritage, but because of where you're from. And your history. You know that
Yikes.
the Thieves Guild has had a problem back home with occasional cultists popping up that would hide in their ranks. And you know that demons are very dangerous creatures that normally the Thieves Guild
Fuck
wants
is
to
a
avoid.
demon.
The cleric's like, what's a demon?
It's something evil. It's something.
I mean,
opposed to, like,
everybody
it's just-
understands the general concept of demon of just like big scary
I know.
monster. But
What is that?
yeah.
In my first week of my apprenticeship to Timek, I was assigned to analyze the processes by which a demon advances in rank from its first form to its second. I was sent to observe essentially testing grounds, little cages where demons fought each other for supremacy. It was. One of them got loose, and all I had was my stick.
Did you bonk a
And you
demon?
swung
Ooh,
it.
sounds very dangerous.
I bonked a demon. What? Like I just give Eldegard a look like it got worse.
It's like, oh yeah.
Very quickly it got worse.
The situation escalated from there, but that's a different story for a different time.
I didn't know what a demon was before I was Timek, and now.
Actually, roll me a history check, bitch.
Oh, okay. Okay, Jesus, calm down. I've got intelligence skills, so you know,
Nice.
17.
All right, with a
I can-
17, as you're kind of remembering that instance, you're remembering kind of moments, other apprentices that you saw, and with the recent events, you remember like how bad that situation escalated very quickly. It wasn't just one demon broke out and then started breaking the cages, and they started riling up, and one demon was just going on a rampage. A couple of stragglers were running. You were facing one of the stragglers, and you have this very vivid memory of a girl like shaking. Oh, hello, Maria. Hello. Now go. I'm busy. I love you, but I'm busy. Bye. See you later. Like she couldn't have been more than maybe a year older than you at the time. Shaking. Who's letting the legends of music? I'll kill you.
That is literally my ringtone. Whose ringtone was that?
Mine.
That is literally my
Mood.
ringtone too.
Same,
Mine.
same wavelength. Couldn't have been older than you by more than a year at that time. Kind of dressed in shoddy mage's attire with a kind of like steel rod. And you have the kind of, as you're remembering this, you remember your first experience, which is the reason you stayed as an apprentice of Timric, which is seeing these apprentices, people like you in some degrees and others more asinine, some kind of, do something that just boggles the mind. And in this instance, you remember watching a demon get fucking channeled into a weapon after it had broke out. And it turned from this kind of steel rod into a gleaming kind of long sword that was immediately confiscated by Timur after the situation. But that's the sort of stuff you remember. Like, this is why you're an apprentice. And that's just like a very heavy memory.
Like, that was the same day that I saw that woman. It was a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hold on, I'm just fixing my mic because I fell over.
All right, back.
Good.
Music.
You don't
Yeah, that was
quite,
the day that
you don't quite
that's
remember. her
I
name.
don't remember the name now, but it's really come on, fuck off. Yeah, there we go. Got it fixed. Alright, yeah, that was the that's why I chose this as my familiar. And she kinda like pokes Marty. It's like shut up. Because the apprentice in charge of that project was she had her little rod of whatever it was confiscated by Timurk, and I realized that there is more to being an apprentice and discovering magical secrets than proving people wrong. He looks around and it's like, I didn't tell you. Maybe another time.
Another time for.
Eric's just nodding, and it looks like he maybe doesn't understand what you're saying, but is pretending that he does.
Gwen falls for it. Yeah, Gwen's like, yeah.
It sounds like we all been through a lot collectively, individually.
I wasn't through much until I was apprenticed to Timok.
What made you choose that frog as a master?
Do you know of more powerful wizard in the land?
Technically, he's in space,
No?
but that's Mati.
It's it's like
Practicality.
no Mati, but they don't know what space is.
They're stupid.
Agreed. Well, if it would suit you all, I would like to do some light reading before we continue on our journey.
Yes.
Okay. Or I have a question. Are we bunking, or do we have like several quarters?
There are several quarters under.
Urek would have like taken over a room. I think he's taken over this.
We have our own rooms.
Yeah,
He's just taking this blue room over here.
understood.
Get over it.
He's claiming.
Yeah, we're
Next
not
to the
bunking together
closet.
again.
No, you don't have to.
You can join
There are
the
other
other
rooms.
room if you want. You can share that room.
You can.
It's gonna have a shrine. It's gonna have a shrine of Eris / duck shrine. It's gonna be like a triskelion with like like a duck flying around each side of the triskelion. And that's gonna be amazing.
All right.
I'll have the room next to us, for sure.
As we continue back onto the town time, Gemini, over the course of the travel time, the rest of this adventure, you meditate on a lot of things, your previous experiences, everything that's kind of led you. It's the kind of like recollect, focus training that you had of like compartmentalize everything in the moment and then take it apart when you have a moment to breathe. And it's just like it gives you time to breathe, focus, and really take in some of the teachings, which for this kind of book that you have is very it's not coded, it's just like very direct, it's just straightforward on how you should appear, how you should act to blend in, to sneak around, to be more aware of your surroundings. And it's just kind of like a kind of dummy's guide almost, where it tells you things that you think should be obvious, and then you start to realize as you're thinking on it and meditating on these ideas and these concepts that there's a reason it's harder to perform. It's one of those, you have to train your mind to remember to stay in complete focus, to keep your eyes open, to keep in the zone as you're practicing your tactics, sharpening every day that passes. Next on the list is Urek in his shrine. You wanted to build a shrine, right?
Yes.
Hmm?
I want to read.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Could you roll me a wisdom check with proficiency, please?
So I can just roll everything.
Yeah. As long if your perception, I think, has proficiency, not expertise. Yeah. All right, medicine works too. You kind of begin work on a small shrine in your room, and as you build it up, focus on it, meditate throughout the week, sending messages to your loved ones, the people you know, giving updates here and there, and just praying and embracing this kind of opportunity very few people could ever have of, generally speaking, you remember back home being told by class, like, some of the best places to meditate to Eris are in open spaces where the wind is all you can feel, where you are exposed to the skies. And this is one of those kind of, you're not on a mountaintop, you're somewhere higher. You're somewhere on the edge between his domain and everything that lies beyond. So you're putting yourself really in his arms, trusting him when you do these kind of prayers and these meditations. And that focus helps kind of harden your resolve and your practices, and you can feel the tempest within starting to rise, but you still don't know quite yet how to channel it. And with the instructions on the book, the prayer book, the guides, you're getting closer, but you feel like there's a blockage, something important that hasn't clicked yet.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Maybe, but I have to be right back. Someone's at my door, so
Go ahead.
I'll be
No
back
worries.
in just a second.
No worries. Gwenneth, what would you like to do for your downtime?
I thought she was going to be trained by Gemini.
Yeah. Do you want to go back to train more outside of the initial spar?
Yeah.
Uh,
I
well-
can train you more.
Yeah, she does.
You have proficiency in simple weapons.
Yes.
I think you do, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Wizards have that.
Some simple weapons, I think.
Yeah, because I don't
Yeah,
think it's all of
it's
them.
not everything.
Cool. Practicing with Gemini, you can have simple weapon proficiency over the course of.
I got that.
You sure?
I'm a wizard, yes. Wizards have that, right?
Wizards don't have all simple
Wizards
weapons.
don't have nice. Yeah, I
No,
know.
they're
I know
not,
how to
yeah.
use it. Like,
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can learn how to fight with actual basic swords and weaponry. It's a pretty general how-to course, and it's more about getting into the mindset and keeping focus. And the way Gemini teaches, there's a lot of meditative things in her combat style, just focus. And it's just that's kind of the word she uses almost every other conversation. It's just focus, pay attention, and it's just squeeze.
Yeah, I don't
Big
have
brain.
I would if I had the Tinker's tools and stuff, I would get proficiency in that if I could, but lack of resources.
Yeah. For now, that's sufficient. And last but not least on the list, Valrius, you have your fun little knife and anything you'd
Yeah,
like to do for your downtime?
I also thought that we were gonna get roped into the Gemini thing
Mhm.
all week.
You could
So now
hang
I
out
don't
there.
know what. No, I absolutely do not.
I said you
So
can.
now I don't really know what to do, but I will look at this knife.
Okay, cool. Here's where the fun begins. As you pull that knife from your pocket, you notice that the blade is gone, and it is kind of like a little
that's
round
weird.
hilt, little round kind of trick knife, and you see engravings on it. And as you kind of look them over, it looks like a pair of kind of eagle wings
Okay.
carved into the knife. And as you kind of eye it over, you can see there's a little mark on it that says property of Eaglesworth. But it's a little bit scuffed.
I thought it was Eaglesworth.
It looks like it's been
it-
defaced by the ducks.
Was that Eldegard? No, he was Duckworth.
What did that?
That's
Now they
weird.
defaced a knife that they gave Valrius.
Oh well.
It's a switch. Basically, the way it works is, as a free action, you can flick it and the blade comes out. Otherwise, it looks like a regular carrying case for small coins.
For
Just-
what?
Small coin. It's basically a switch knife.
That's cool. Okay, well that's all I got.
Over the course of the week, are you doing anything or just relaxing?
I don't know.
All right, then roll me a
There's
charisma
nothing
check.
to do.
Roll me a charisma check then, motherfucker.
I'm not carousing, Portal. You son of a bitch.
I know.
This is you're not.
Roll
gonna
the check!
deceive me. You're not going to deceive me into doing whatever the hell, into getting roped into the dance contest.
All right. So over the course of the week, as the nights come and go, you can feel, like always, you can feel it in the sky above, that kind of watchful, hateful, destructive gaze. And over the course of this week, its focus seems to mellow out, and you manage to, like, push it out of your mind long enough to kind of put something together. One night, as you're looking out above, you realize, and this is a strange epiphany for Valrius to have, but it feels like it's almost whispered into his ears as he's looking out, very, like, casually just sitting on the deck, probably fucking around, that if the thing up there is aware and watching you, then it's probably aware of the things trying to stop it. And it's starting to click something, and you remember a little detail. Again, something that seems like it falls back into your lap as like a duck is just waddling by, carrying a little like crystal necklace. Totally didn't steal it from anywhere, bringing it inside Eldegard's room. Of the gem being a log of directions of places, but why would a void monster need that? And then it clicks. It was using the observatory at like a targeting laser.
Huh.
That means there's more on their way.
Oh.
And that's the epiphany he has that evening. How he cares to share that? Feel free. But I should note, for Valrius, it doesn't feel like something that came naturally to him. It was more like a bunch of pieces of evidence kind of floated by his lap one by one. And you can roll me an insight check on that if you'd like.
Question, did I pass that charisma check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why this
You said
happened.
insight now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
for the
Yeah,
insight.
that's...
With a night, maybe you're just lucky. Maybe it was just...
One sec.
Oh.
I'm going to use a sorcery point to re-roll that.
Alright, you may. Alright, that succeeds. Valrius, your whole life you've always been just a little bit lucky. Right in the nick of time when others would get caught, you slip away. Right when a strike might hit you, it barely misses. It's always kind of been this recurring, on the
When I would
edge.
fail an insight check, I would happen to pass it instead.
Yeah, you would scratch your chin and think a little bit harder, and you could feel yourself draining something from within, but realizing that your powers and your luck, which is probably something you've never really like thought about, because Valrius is a very in the moment kind of guy, where it's, wait a minute. It feels like somebody or something is watching over me, and not in like the menacing way, but more like in the something is guiding me and pulling me off what would probably kill me. Like you think about times that you probably should have died, and one of those memories brings you back to the very night you met everybody here, where the others knocked back, and you included, where you felt warm, kind of protected, and you know for a fucking fact you didn't do any magic shit to do that, and as you've been with this group, the strength of this kind of protection around you and your own inner strength seems to be growing. What that means, I'll let for you to like determine what Valrius thinks of it, but it's like, it feels like you're being pushed down this path, and the further down you walk it, the more powerful you will become.
Oh, hell no. Nobody fucking pushing Valrius around.
Right, which is why I had to roll the insight, because it kind of like clicks. It's like you haven't been walking your own path. Someone's been kind of like cutting the grass in front of you to make it easier to walk.
I find that lawnmower and blow it up.
And that's the kind of, again, double epiphany you have over the course of the week. Revelations, they come to you. You may do with that as you'd like. As you soar further and further through the night sky. Day, night. It's like, you know those loading screens where it's like, just changing colors? That's what we get. As you guys start to arrive to the coast of Solstice.
Do we get a long rest?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Poggers.
No.
You gotta ask.
No,
You
you
never
don't.
know these days.
You really shouldn't have to. let me make sure the world map's available.
You'd think we wouldn't have to, but here we are.
But here we are anyway. And as you arrive to the edge of the coast of Solstice, Gilby kind of walks up the stairs and addresses everybody. Our first destination is here soon. In a couple hours, we will be touching down. Hopefully, generally speaking, the Solstice people are very relaxed about their air security so long as you got your passes, your paperwork, regular travelers. It should be fine. It's not like anyone stirred the hornet nest recently, so we should be good for a safe landing. Couple of things to forewarn you all about. Solstice is very closely linked to the Feywild. Generally speaking, be suspicious of most people that are there. Not in kind of a malignant way, but most of them are tricky little fuckers. Don't give them your name if you can avoid it. Give them something like an alias, something of the same vein, but don't associate with yourself too closely to it, or it might have something for the grubby hands on them. The Fey are. And he kind of like looks at one of the ducks who is putting something back on the table, known for their curiosity and their playfulness and their tricky nature.
Can I roll what I know about Fair?
Yeah. You
What
can
is
roll
that?
an Arcana. The
I'm talking about my name, so you can call me Duckman.
I suppose that'll work. Point is, be cautious, be careful, but otherwise enjoy yourself. The people of Solstice, generally speaking, are very friendly, very upbeat. Generally, things are pretty good around there, so long as you don't break any of the rules and, don't mention unmentionable things like sad places or not being. Look, it's a complicated situation, but just enjoy your stay. It's mostly safe and benign. The people are fantastic.
Gilby, where can one acquire magical items or potions?
All over the place in Solstice. Well, I say all over the place. There's generally merchants in the sorts. You might find one in the town we're stopping by. A nice place by the name of Bellshore. Not too far off the coast. Has a river connecting directly to it.
Thank you. I'm going to tip him a gold piece as I leave.
Okay. Any other questions before we land? And I'm going to go through other questions before I go to the Arcana check, by the way.
Nah.
No? Alright. Well, here we go. With that 26 Arcana, Gwenneth, you know that there's several subjects that Timur takes very serious interest in. And generally speaking, they are outer planar entities are one of his most prime study targets. For apprentices, he usually sends them to very lower end sides of those spectrums, but it seems like something that he genuinely and seriously takes into account whenever he builds one of these laboratories. If he builds them near something, it's generally because there's something there or someone there of interest for him to take advantage of. And as you're kind of remembering the basic talks and warnings that the security in Zoran gives to those who are going to interact with the Fae, which you haven't done, you were never located to one of these places. You remember a conversation you overheard from another apprentice to a third apprentice as they were speaking. It was one who was closer to their graduation year before their untimely demise, which was they were working on a theory, an idea, which was technically speaking by jumping through a couple hoops and from their experiments and their interactions there, they believed, or at least it was their theory, that the Fae are, in a sense, because of their origin, partially divine, which means that there is something there that could be explored in perhaps transforming a Fae into a celestial creature, or the vice versa, or something of those two. He was really into, he was a transmutation mage. He was really into this kind of detailing work before he disappeared off the face of the earth. And it kind of clicks when you remember what his thesis statement was, which was the Fae are gods, and we could take advantage of this in any way in multiple ways. That you realize maybe it wasn't so accidental a death, and whatever information Timur has gathered here is probably something you don't want to be telling other Fae.
Okay. She's she's vibrating and almost excitement. It's yes, but for the average, don't take any gifts from them. Don't give them your name. Don't look them in the eye too long, or they'll, I don't know, break your nose or something.
Wiggle their eyebrows.
Yeah, don't wiggle their eyebrows. They'll take that as that's a sign of aggression to the thing. For the most part, how they are created. Like she looks at Urek. It's like,
It's known that they
Yeah.
come from Iasis, which is common knowledge, at least
it's common
amongst the
knowledge, like-
scholars. Everybody.
She's like, she seems to be having trouble. Like, oh, am I gonna get? Okay. They are. Timok had interest in the Fae, a lot of interest, and so his laboratories and libraries there will probably broach the subject of the Fae and their origin as possible divine entities.
Hmm.
Look at Urek.
Well, I mean, technically, Angel's a divine entity.
Yeah.
As you
yes,
guys
yes,
approach
yes,
the edge of Solstice
yes. Not.
and the edge of Belshore, you guys are witness to. Why are they so small? One second, let me make sure their size is right. A very rare
Why
phenomenon.
are they so small?
Yeah, they're supposed to be small, but their tokens are supposed to be big because it has multiple of them on there. Let me just make them like that. Yeah, that's good. These strange magical looking manta rays start to float up from below the clouds, kind of diving up and down, and they approach the edge of the rainbow connection, the SS connection, very tentatively, but with like curiosity. And you hear the captain go, Gilby, we got, I don't remember what we called them, but you know the big manta ray things? Yeah, there's more. And Gilby goes, oh dear. I'll get the snacks.
Manta
Are
ray?
I'll
Are
get
they
the...
safe?
Yes, they're just very hungry, usually. Don't feed them.
What? Yeah.
Don't feed them anything at all.
What?
I am going to go
Okay.
get something.
What do they eat though?
They're vegetarians, but they have
That's.
a couple
they
of
eat wood?
allergies that are
Do they
very
eat wood?
lethal. No, they don't eat wood. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a docile interaction. And
Okay.
Gilby down the stairs, and as they kind of approach the boat, you guys can interact with them if you'd like.
I am gonna go outside.
What the fuck?
And they flipping.
Urek's gonna try to like go up to one and he's slowly like holding his hand out and just seeing what it does.
It kind of like flaps its little wings closer to you, and it just lands on your hand, and it's like cotton. It's so soft. It's adorable.
What
and
do I
it's-
know about these things?
You can roll me an Arcana check at disadvantage, but you can roll me one.
All right. I'm gonna take out a Pokeball and catch it.
You know that colloquially,
It's yeah. Hold on.
oh,
yeah.
okay, with the 21, like from your apprentices, you remember that one of the things they spoke of positively about the labs that Timurk had in Solstice and the Fae studies at all. Like one of the very few positive things is there's a lot of wildlife there that, while strange, is very benign. And one of the things that the apprentices had taken a real liking to were a creature that they basically called Frems. Fremb. They were like
Frims.
Friend.
like a
Frims.
Friend.
Frem.
Like friend with a
Frim.
B.
Frim.
Yeah.
Friend.
And that they're very
That was
cute little
4chan.
cuddly creatures that none of them had ever had any bad interaction with. And they're very adorable, but they're still Fae, so general caution is advised. But most of the time, the students would say, yeah, these guys are, I would kill literally everybody to protect one of them.
How are Dutch
It's
reacting
just-
to them?
Yeah, Gwen didn't like that guy.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like gently petting one on my arm.
Ooh, friends. I didn't think I'd get to see one of these. Hello.
The ducks seem like friendly towards them.
Yeah, the ducks, like, you see the ducks are, like, they see them, and then you see one of the Frems just looks down at the ducks and goes, "Wong," and the ducks kind of swarm up and they go, "Quack," and they just start playing, just run around as the Frem kind of flops around near them.
Or just playing hands together like, oh, this is so precious. Do they count as animals for the purpose to speak of animals?
They do not. But if any of you know Sylvan, you can understand some of what they say.
Wait. Wait. Do I?
Can I speak with them?
I do.
Mm-hmm. All right. What would you like to tell the Frems, Eldegard?
Hello, welcome to the ship.
He talks, he talks, he talks. He talks, he talks, he talks. And they start, let me move Eldegard's token. They start approaching Eldegard in mass.
Oh.
Just like the ducks.
Oh, okay.
What did you do?
They gather
I
around
agree
you
them.
in a circle and they go,
These-
hello, hello,
these are
hello,
known-
hello, hello,
They
hello.
these are known as friends. They are as
Friends?
docile as Fae come. The friends.
Friend.
Friends. They're as about as docile as Fae can get, but still be cautious.
Aren't Faye like not good?
All the ducks look at him like
For the most part, yes.
They
You
look.
literally. I don't know what you're looking at, Ducks. You literally just pulled a knife out earlier.
you say
Oh,
that, and you see
knife.
one of them starts putting the knife it was drawing away, and then you see as the friend
Where did you even
Yeah.
get that knife?
get closer, the ducks start forming a defensive ring around Eldegard, going, and the friends go, well, we just
sorry,
wanted to say
friends.
hi.
Already
hi.
taken.
Where did
Hi,
we even
hi.
get these knives?
Hi, 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 hi.
Oh, what brings you close by?
Mmm, delicious smell. Smell.
Eldegard, do not
hungry?
give them your name. Or no, Eldegard. I don't think she could understand, so I don't think
Yeah.
she said that.
As you say hungry, you see Gilby is like, don't feed him, I warned you! Throws a barrel off to the side, and you see, food! And they kind of like all waddle towards it, start eating at it. It looks to be some grain that has what looks like petals of like roses put into it. And they're
Didn't you tell us not to feed these things?
not to feed them your food.
Oh, are they
What's
like?
wrong?
I thought the rule was not to
gremlins?
get fed.
Yeah, that's the thing
Yeah.
you said.
If you, well, these
It's like
creatures.
the movie
partic-
Gremlins. If you feed them the wrong thing, they'll just
exactly.
turn into
They get
something evil.
well. They don't get aggressive, but they get really handsy, and then they try to glomp you, and it's not very
I'm sorry, they try to what?
They glop you?
glomp.
Fine glom.
It's like this very. I think it's just an experience you'll know when you get it.
I've been on the
These
internet
days
too
and they're
long. to-
glomping.
We don't use that word on the internet portal.
I live on the internet.
I live on
I like
the
that Gwenneth's
internet.
like, Eldegard, don't tell me your real name. Oh my gosh. Oh, they seem friendly enough.
And you see one group of them seemingly having their fill, kind of, and then they fall off the side, boom, floating down.
Well,
I want one.
no, let's not.
Is there still one of my
Gwenneth,
armor?
what do you
Did
know
it
about
fly
making
away and go to the
Nah,
grave?
Contracts
went
with
to
such
the food.
creatures.
Me? When you travel the world enough, you see stuff like this every other day. I know there's not one on your arm, but as Gilbert kind of like turns, like, all right, I'll set up for parking. Don't do anything dumb. And then he leaves, and
What
the captain goes.
Keeping
He doesn't respond, but the captain goes, I wouldn't do it if I were you, but, I'm not the boss of you. And as you say that, Eldegard, you notice one kind of crawls out and looks at you.
Urek. I honestly am blame Flake. I think we should keep one.
I think we should.
Hi. You understand
I
me,
mean,
right?
between the group of us, I'm sure we could take care of him or her.
Big guy.
Ask it its name.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to cast a spell.
Hey,
Hold on. Is the
big guy. Big guy with the
Little,
ducks.
little one.
You see the ducks don't seem to respond to this one. Hello. Can you understand me?
Yes, I can.
Yay. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Are you busy?
Not
Is he gonna
particularly.
turn Eldegard into a warlock?
Pact of the form.
It spins.
The friend Grom. Glom.
Can I ask you for help?
It depends on the help.
A friend of mine is having really, really bad nightmares. Can you help him?
What kind of nightmares?
It stares at you. Very, very bad ones.
Eldegard, what are you doing?
it needs help?
What?
Oh, you
Gwenneth.
understand me.
What's that little glomper talking to you about?
Yeah, that like Gwenneth, like you see, like off the side of cast. I should consider the sort of foreign languages, but her eyes are glowing, and she says, "It needs help."
Will you help me?
I can't promise I'll be of much help with nightmares, but I'd be more than happy to take a look.
Find us outside of town. Well, I mean, you find me. There's just me. But if you find me outside of town, after you do whatever you need to do or anything, please come help. They're really bad nightmares.
Oh, so I'll do my best.
Thank you. And it kind of like spins around, and then whoom, turns, takes to the air, whoom, boom, boom, boom,
There it goes.
falls out to follow
Didn't
its
that guy
legs.
just say something about being careful about Fae and their stuff they say to you or something? I don't know.
No, it's don't give them your name. Don't accept any gifts from them. Don't wiggle
Don't
your
get
eyebrows
food.
at them.
You can roll me
Don't
inside
stare at
checks
them
if
too
you'd
long.
like.
Sure,
Sure.
I'll roll insight,
I'm gonna
especially
insight
since
check just because.
you wanna.
Like
Fuck
any
off!
example.
Fuck off, Gwen.
Having fey ducks.
I saw the
Yes,
fucking
you
natural
may.
20 and then my die threw out and then it like nudged it into a 5.
All right. You have advantage, Eldegard, so you can just.
Sorry.
You have advantage.
I'm just gonna decide not to trust it.
Understandable.
I don't know what was going on. I'm not trusting it.
All right, with the 18, so we'll start with the lower rolls. Valrius and Urek, you get the idea that it wasn't hostile towards you in any manner, but you don't know how trustworthy a creature like. It just looked like the other ones, which is kind of really grabby with Eldegard. With an 18 Eldegard, you have consoled scared ducks before. You know when a creature is afraid, and this fear didn't seem like. And like it didn't seem like it didn't feel like a trick to you. It felt like it was genuinely afraid of something and it wanted help. And Gwenneth, with that natural 20 insight, I'm gonna need you to roll me an Arcana check.
Sure. I love expertise.
Okay, with a 19. All right, with a 19. First of all, that one of the things you realize about that creature is that its motions were kind of lagging slightly. It is your field of expertise. You know a partial illusion when you see one.
Oh no.
And when I say it's a partial illusion, it's like it had a physical form. It was corporeal in a sense, but there was something about it. Like it's not that it wasn't real or what it said was fake. It seems like it's part of a grander spell almost, or a grander magic. Like it's tied to something. And in your head, you're like, as your specialty, you know when something is projecting something out to call for those sorts of things. You know it as a spell that you could perhaps one day do as like to make a duplicate of yourself or to send an
Oh
illusionary
Jesus.
copy of something to ask for or to do your chores or whatever. And it clicks in your mind that something very powerful because of you can see from that natural 20 and the connection that it's as very, very powerful, if not slumbering magic, is asking for help. And it was using the guise of a friend.
Gwen is just like sitting there stirring, like mouth agape. Her eyes are still glowing. She's like,
I think it was in genuine need of help. Seemed rather shaken.
it was the. Okay, well, I suppose the technical term for that in social structures would be an emissary. That was not a friend, or at least it was the herald for something else.
Or what do you think exactly? I noticed the ducks didn't
I-
react to it, which is not normal.
I cannot,
Quack, 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 quack.
yes, hello. I cannot say at the moment, but most certainly it was not a friend, but whatever made that thing so lifelike and so, I am an mage that is associated primarily with the illusion school of magic, which, she looks around, she's like, only a few of you know about. That was a very, very powerful. Whatever is calling for your help to help with its friend is capable of such things. And that is, if that does not terrify you, then you need to spend a few months in a Timax lab. So whatever asked you for your help probably direly needs it.
Or
I'm
it
just
could be
gonna-
a major trap.
Or it could be to
The
Take
captain,
them us?
mug you and
the
take your
captain
shit.
goes, I'm not gonna bother with that. We do have a kind of a problem, guys. And those
Okay.
of you with higher perception can hear the whoom, whoom of beating wings, and you see there's a patrol of guards dressed in green and like gold outfits that look like almost royal troops as they're riding these kind of wyverns of
Gwen
grass.
hears the wings and is about to cast Major Image for the Death Knight again, and she's like, oh.
And you see these regal knights kind of address the airship and go, trespassers! And the captain goes, no, we're tourists! I think the guard just kind of looks at you. Bring your vehicle down. There will be talks. And you can all tell that this guy seems like he's on edge. Like, this is basically he rolled up to your car and went, bitch, what are you doing here? But in the way of, like, someone who's looking for any reason to start a fight, to do anything. Or that sort of, yeah, on the edge more than it is an intent that you note. And he kind of looks you all down and says, I will have to discuss your reasons for being here individually with each of you once you arrive. Is that clear?
Okay.
That's clear.
The captain gives a
Alright.
thumbs up, just like, yes, sir. And he goes, bring your vehicle down. And he whistles, and you see other kind of wyverns that were riding up start turning around, going back down, foom, foom, with their kind of leaf trails behind them, as you are brought down to the city of Belshore.
Woo!
And the
I was
boat
gonna
is
lean
anchored.
over to whoever's near him and was like, remind me again why we're here?
Drinks.
No,
Drinks.
Yeah, we're drinks.
Well, that was the original.
Oh, so
intent.
we're actually tourists. Okay, I thought it was gonna be something weird.
I mean, you're
It's
also
fine.
here for
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
in a library.
primarily we came here for drinks.
We came here for drinks. We were just like, we might as well go to the library while we're here.
Okay.
Can you see Jarvin, or are you reloading?
Okay. We're here for drinks. And
I feel like we're a bunch of college kids on spring break.
Pretty much. Let me put your token on the map. And again, I have done my best to make sure the timing is as close as I can get it for when you move. You guys park at the ports, Port Valor, where you can see fortifications have begun to set up. Warships seem to be assembled and prepared. Just really strange.
I want to insight check that.
Mm-hmm.
Say,
You absolutely may.
I roll threes all day.
All right, with that 10 insight, Urek, you know when an army is gathering its forces or preparing itself. This looks similar to that, except rather than this being an offensive, it looks like the boats here are intended more as a defensive measure. The way that they're postured and positioned and the crews manning them don't seem to be
Okay.
loading anything. It seems like they're sort of a makeshift stronghold at the moment. And as the connection brings itself down to the port, you notice across the town with your perception, both you and Gemini, that the city is in high alert. Like people, like you catch glimpses from above of like people like ants scattering about. You see more of those troops in this kind of regal armor guiding people around. You see regular, what you presume to be guardsmen, kind of like corralling people, but not like in any aggressive manner, but more like it seems like a almost practiced evacuation of some kind.
Oh, damn.
And in the distance, you can see massive stone walls are being erected with a large kind of dark oak tree that is still kind of reaching up to the sky, being constructed and built into. And you can see it looks like some sort of stronghold is being constructed here in Belshore as you arrive. And as the connection kind of docks, you notice on the streets, pretty clear, at least from this angle, there's like troops, knights, gatherings, resources being moved. It's a very busy place, but not in the sort of liveliness that you had anticipated as you guys are brought to the station to be interrogated by the lead.
I'm gonna lean over towards Urek and ask him what his rank was in the army.
My rank was in the military?
Yeah, in the military.
Oh, good question. Let me check my Urek document.
Let me check my backstory document. One moment.
What did I miss? What
I don't
happened?
even know if I chose a rank, honestly.
The city of Belshore looks like it's preparing an evacuation, and an army seems to be settling in.
Is it the same place as the Fae or somewhere else?
Yeah, it's a city. I'll show you the guards that you see walking around next to the gold.
Oh,
They are almost elven, or elven-shaped elks made of shadow and light, kind of armored.
Oh, those are weird.
Yeah, they're weird.
that's so cool.
No, I never picked a rank for him. Okay, doesn't look like.
It probably would have been at worst guard or defense, quartermaster.
Well, yeah, his role was like guard. But I don't know what rank he had.
That's probably something.
Captain, maybe?
Definitely lower than Gemini's.
Yeah, he was just some guard.
Private?
And as you see,
Lieutenant, maybe.
as the kind of like guards move and guide you towards the station, only one block over in the bell's top, you see this massive bell tower, which is where it seems this kind of base of operations has started to form around it, which is, perhaps safe for safety reasons, not the wisest idea, but it is the most open place that you can see in this side of the town next to the fort. It's got a big plaza, big square. And you see all sorts, humans, half-elves, elves, strange, like, large... I don't think many of you have seen a Leonin before, but definitely know of them, of lion people. You see one or two small little fellows that seem to be almost fish-like as they walk through. It's a very diverse, strangely diverse place, but you notice all of the people wearing armor and in charge seem to be of Fey origin in one manner or another, those same guards or the golden troops.
Weird.
And as you're kind of brought to the camp, you notice that they're like the person they're bringing you to, the guard that was originally going to interrogate you, is getting smacked over the side of the head by a strange, almost furred satyr. You can't quite tell what they are, but you can roll me Arcana checks.
Cat girl.
No, that's not a tail. That's a rope.
Coat.
Same
Or
with
that's
that.
Pious
fucking
mom.
coat.
That's a rope.
It's
Furries.
Pious Mom.
No, it's not.
Gumballs, mom.
Gumball.
Oh my god, no.
Don't make me do it. I'll change the token art.
Gordo, I can't believe you've added cat girls to D&D.
I didn't add. It's not even a tail. It's an actual rope.
I rolled the best Arcana with a -1.
Okay, fine, cat boys.
Urek loves cat boys. Apparently.
With a 16,
Oh,
none
yeah,
of you
I'm okay
are
with
none of you succeed the DC to identify what type of creature, what specific Fae it is, but it is entirely Fae in origin. And as the guard's kind of getting lambasted, they turn the Fae turns to you and it goes, "Ah, the guest. Good. And they kind of stride forward. Instead of taking normal kind of long steps, you see their feet kind of like skitter on the ground almost for a moment. Not what you would presume to be paws seem to be more like claws on their feet, as you can hear
Oops.
the closer to it, yeah, but something a little bit sharper, more dangerous, as they kind of like stride up to you, slide up almost. And he goes, "Pardon the interruption. I am Captain Samhain. It's a pleasure to meet you, strange travelers from afar. I know this can be probably very disorientating. Come with me, quickly, before
Okay.
my subordinates," and he kind of like seems to hesitate on the word before using it and turning, "cause any more trouble. Go, finish the preparations." And then starts skittering on the ground, leading you further away from the kind of troops to a large tent, which looks to have just like not even a day old in its setup, still being kind of like sort of readjusted for comfort. And Samhain brings you inside and motions for you all to sit. Once you pass through the kind of like green tarp, there's these throw pillows. It's pretty much, there are no chairs. There are just pillows all over the place. There's one table, but it's pretty low. It's more like a coffee table kind of height, where you could sit on the floor and have it up to you, where you could just grab easily. You see like several chests on the far end of the room with locks, a couple of like bookshelves that are very thin and seem to be holding a lot of scrolls that are just barely packed in there, and probably in the need of dire unpacking. And sound motions for all of you to sit on a colorful array of pillows.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, Urek.
Yes, it-
Sit on a pillow.
Casting Detect Thoughts, by the way. Fuck this guy.
Oh, you casted
I'll
this
stand.
out? Noted.
If I may, what war is Solstice starting that the rest of the world doesn't know about?
Well, right to the point, aren't we? We haven't even done proper introductions. I suppose if you must know, it wasn't something we began in our entirety. An invasion from some very old... It was a situation back in the palace of the Archfey. Our Grand Queen, may she reign forever. And he kind of like tilts his head. An incursion. Some troublemakers. The typical thing. But it spiraled out of control. It seems forces beyond our initial preparations with all of the going-ons in the rest of the world have taken action against us. As far as we are aware, it is a full-fledged declaration of war from perhaps the table of the Raven Queen herself, though the clarity of that statement is yet to be identified. Though I don't suppose any of you know who that is in particular. You can roll me religion checks.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Religion is the only intelligence skill I have.
What did I get from him when he was asked that question?
That's
Uh,
two nat
oh,
ones, so you know
Oh,
you got
nat
this stuff.
one.
About when he was asked,
I forgot I added that.
it was more just like how fucking rude.
Oh,
That's
okay.
20 PM.
Did it sound like he was being truthful?
Yeah, like he's being truthful. Like he's obviously thinking about classified information in the sense of like he's watching what he's saying and thinking, nope, can't tell them that. Natural 20.
Did I interpret any classified information?
You
from
can
his
roll
surface
me.
thoughts?
You can roll me an insight to try to decipher them. With a natural 20, Eldegard, I'll get to that 9 in a second, unless you want to re-roll it.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. With a natural 20,
Sorry, who
Eldegard,
is-
the Raven Queen, you actually remember a bedtime story about this because this is something that is told to like because your family has ties to the Fae in one way or another. That in ancient times, long ago, when the Fae were still young, there was there's an opposite to everything. For each sunrise, there's the moonrise. For each moon, like when the moon sets, the sunrise. It's like an equilibrium to all things. to all forces. There's a balance. And for the vibrancy of the Feywild, there is the kind of heavy somberness and the weight of the Shadowfell. It's mirror. It's opposite. It's where the Feywild brings kind of chaotic energy. The Shadowfell suppresses all things, and it's doom and gloom almost in this kind of heavier feeling. And with the natural 20, you remember that there is this tale of the first and only Archfey, Lady Iasis, getting into an argument over something that the story changes with interpretation and telling with the Raven Queen. And so a war unofficially began. It started pretty non-hostile, and then forces started to escalate, and a full-out war between the Shadowfell and the kind of like Feywild began. That's the story, anyway. That's one of the stories on how that war happened, and it has since kind of ceasefire. Connections were severed, and they were considered two completely separate entities from that point outwards. They would never interact, never cross over, though once they might have. And that's supposed to be a myth. The idea that the two different realms are fighting each other, considering their adjacency to the own material plane. But with the 8 insight, Valrius, it doesn't seem like he disdains you. He disdains like the arrogance that you brought into his tent. Which is all you can kind of parse, that he's like frustrated. He's like, I'm pulling these guys out to talk to them directly, and you kind of realize this guy is actually very important in his thoughts, because he's like, I'm taking time out of my day to meet mortals, and this is how I get treated.
Or maybe he thinks he's important.
At the very least, yeah.
Well, we came here to find some drinks.
Face still, and he, in his thoughts, Valrius, you hear, of course. All right.
What's that face for?
I am gauging the rest of your responses. I do apologize if your vacation plans were interrupted by a sudden declaration of war, but forces are moving out, and with the dangers nearby and the importance of Belshore in the nearby areas, it had to be secured. Though I do think some of the merchants are still around.
Can we?
Preparing.
We can still get the great drinks then. Lovely.
Has corruption been a problem?
He like raises an eyebrow.
You're just as if I'm, like, totally expecting him to know exactly what he's talking about.
When you speak of corruption, do you mean leak through from the Shadowfell or abyssal creatures?
No. Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah.
No, none of those.
None of those.
Think bigger.
All right.
Like the space corruption.
You see him just.
Matty, he does know what space is.
Well, I'll take that as I will, and. Okay. Valrius, again, surface thought, he's like, they're either crazy or they know some shit, and I'm not here for either of either possibility.
I don't know.
All right.
We might not be able to help you with your bird queen fight, but
He visibly twitches.
I think that we can help you with something you might not even know is a problem in your own kingdom right now. So
Yeah.
we'll get some drinks, we'll clear some space corruption.
Wait,
Good luck with Bird Queen. Have a nice day.
His hands
Appreciate
are like
that.
put together in kind of like a sort of like almost closed-faced prayer. You can see his muscles, like they're tense, like he's like, oh boy, like in his mind, in his like from his surface thoughts, Valrius, you can feel killing intent that he is focusing on suppressing for blasphemy for his queen, just like vibrates with
What?
rage.
No, he's
No,
calling
no.
the Raven Queen Bird Queen.
I understand that's what you're saying. Portal understands. Sion does not. He read that as like
Okay.
bird,
How
like
long
bird
do you have?
fight.
I could maybe explain this in 5 minutes.
Enjoy your drinks, and please do not cause any trouble.
I was going to. Okay.
You may
Nobody
take
wants
your
to
leave.
listen to my explainers. Okay.
You may leave. Take
We're
your
leaving.
I have one question for you.
Hmm?
Have you or your people been having nightmares?
Everyone else out.
What?
Sure, 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 sure.
Question,
Sure, 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 sure,
no,
sure.
no, no, no.
Portal.
We're leaving.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
Leaving.
portal question, real quick.
Oh no! I dropped
Yeah.
my bot on the ground.
Yes.
As like a as like a disciple of Eris and learning about the Celestials and stuff, what I've learned about her, like the
Yeah,
queen of this
is
continent,
yeah.
and
You
how
would
like
you learned the
the
basic
10
deals.
Celestials like made her basically, right?
It was she's Azadin's daughter. Is the
Okay.
common kind of like through line, daughter of the first.
Gotcha.
But in his surface thoughts, because you still have mind read up Valrius, you catch a stray thought, which you didn't like. His mind is closely guarded. But the moment Eldegard says nightmares, he says a disciple of the dreamer, and just like killing intent, and it's like no focus.
Oh no, I guess I accidentally left Mati in here, and I'm looking for his senses. Oh well.
You see through Monty's senses as he looks up, Sound grabs a little bit and he goes, pats him off very gently, and then throws him out.
He's like, come on.
Closes the tent, and arms behind his back. If I may, sir, what brings such questioning? I understand the response may seem rash, but there have been numerous problems. And his demeanor goes from this kind of friendly to Eldegard, you realize this man will murder you right now if he thinks he has to.
Little
it
birdie
just-
told me
A physical
some
bird.
interesting things. Is this something we should be aware of? Are we going to have terrible nightmares as well?
You see his shoulders untense a bit. No, nothing of the sort. I thought you meant you were speaking of the bringer of nightmares.
What or who is that?
It is not of your direct import, but let us say he is a thorn in the side of many people, and one that should be so quietly removed for the benefit of all.
Do I get in from that? Like
From outside?
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
it's a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, no. I know. I meant like
Like
from
a
outside. When you
name-
just said, when he's
Like a name, a face.
neither of those. It's when he's talking about this thing. The surface thought is he must die for the queen's reign to remain stable. It's someone he seems to think would threaten Iasis. Not her as a person, but the stability of Solstice,
Okay.
which is his first and primary thought. And he goes, no, it is a very problematic entity for... He will not affect you in any manner, I do not presume. He doesn't interact with travelers. Only natives know of the terror he brings.
I carry with me some natives to your plane. Would they be in any kind of danger? Got motion towards the gaggle of ducks behind him.
If they have bound themselves to you, there will be no threat. So long as you avoid it yourself, of course. But you see him pet one of the ducks? How adorable.
Well, that satisfies my questions. Thank you.
Apologies for the sudden tension. Things have been very stressful as of late. Here you go, and he
Of course,
opens
there's
it
a war
for you.
going on.
And so many more things at once. And I kind of motions to let you out. Again, try to avoid trouble. The guards are looking for a fight. I've been trying to get it out of them, but with no enemy in sight yet, they feel defensive. Good day. And it closes
Ken?
the tip.
How long has this war been going on?
At this point, the initiation was
A
initial
week
assault.
ago.
2-3 weeks ago at this point. The dates have been hard to keep track of with the active nature of it, and my calendar is still away.
Oh,
Gemini has nothing else to say.
But Mo has a lot to say.
Yeah.
I'll be on the way. So we don't know Valkyrie Mines, right? I don't think it's something
He
characterized
never
at
brought it
all.
up.
He's never brought it up, no.
I love that.
Alright, well.
Don't cause any trouble. Toodaloo. Closes the
I
curtain.
feel like it's a little
Alright.
bit risky to go and immediately go get drinks. I mean, the mood's kind of been killed.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to drink in a war-torn city.
Well,
Yeah.
the city itself looks fine, but it is preparing
There's
for
it's
war.
just a lot of tension in here, and I feel drinks that some god's
I-
gonna start some shit with us. And
I,
I
no,
really
I
no,
don't
we're-
like that.
guarantee you,
Hey, hey,
people
hey.
here are going to be drinking.
Hey,
What
we're go-
other way to relieve the stress than to drink?
We're gonna go to the bar. We're still gonna go to the bar. We're not gonna argue
okay.
about that. We're going to the bar.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure it ducks right behind me like a straight line.
Look, we're going
Look
to
at
go
him
in
and
there.
say,
it's gonna
"Don't
be
make
as-
any trouble."
Don't make any trouble. You see all of them tense, like, oh no, he's used the word. Our word.
Trouble.
But that's all we are. They look at each other. Tears in their eyes. They won't cause any trouble. Unless you say
Probably.
cause trouble.
Maybe a little, but later. Later.
You see their excitement rises
Okay.
exponentially.
I'm gonna go find a random bar.
Are you looking for the best or just a random?
We don't
A
have to call
random one that's like not right next.
the one
like,
closest to us.
no. We need to go a little bit further than the closest, but
Ori, where's the nearest bar?
we need to go to like the third or
Strangely.
fourth bar.
Remain silent.
Oh shit.
Yo, Ori, you good?
Ori?
Functions enabled.
What
Why-
functions in Ori? What functions?
Apologies.
Why were they disabled?
Update. Registered.
Update?
Correct.
What sort of update?
Valrius, are you just a Metal Gear character?
What?
Metal Gear. Metal Gear.
The hell's a gear?
Mayor.
As you say update, there's kind of like translation module enabled.
Patch
Apologies.
notes.
But
A new
What-
language
what is-
was detected.
what language?
say?
is it?
It kind of just basically Ori, as far as you can tell, has begun the reinstallation of another feature.
Does this feature automatically translate languages for us?
Theoretically, if enough of a sample is brought forth, translating
Convenient.
old databases will take some time.
Okay.
Apologies.
Maybe we should go drink then. Gemini, you seem to know your way around the place.
I don't, but we're gonna go to like
Well, you
the
seem
third
to.
or fourth bar.
Okay.
Thanks.
We'll trust your intuition to find the best bar.
Oh boy.
I want to find one that is not overcrowded, but we're not gonna be the only ones there.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check with advantage. Because someone's gonna help you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll help her. I'm
everyone's
good at
gonna help
finding
me.
stuff. I'm not very smart, but I'm good at finding things.
I'm not good at finding things. Oh,
Your
Okay.
knowledge. 14.
That one was cocked.
it's cocked, Portal.
Bro.
Let us re-roll it. It was cocked.
Come on, Portal.
Is this really what? Is that really your argument?
No.
Okay, sorry.
So that's a that's a 14.
Yeah, 1 second.
The elf-made bar.
It's not.
No.
The elf song does not exist in this realm.
The sun disappears out of the sky.
No, not the elf song, but what does it exist? They're gonna be like fucking Fae.
Tyler's onto something here.
I mean, yeah, it's gotta be a Fae bar. What the fuck did you? I'm deeply upset that you would dare. The fucking
I didn't realize-
audacity.
We're going to a bar where we're not really supposed to drink anything because it's a Fae bar.
People live here, you know that, right? Like normal people.
How does anyone drink anything if they're not afraid of getting cursed or tricked?
Because
I mean,
some
we were
Fae
like-
are benevolent, apparently.
We were recommended to come here in the first place. If
Yeah,
there
by
was...
Gilby. Maybe we should. Ori, do you have enough capacity left to call the intelligent?
Now that I think of it, Gilby might have tricked us so that he can get the ship to himself.
Oh, Gilby,
Would he do that?
bastard.
Maybe. We don't know.
I
him
don't
well.
know. We don't know him.
Yeah.
You
We
can
should
roll.
probably talk to him.
I
get
should
to know
should
him.
note Gilby was not brought into the tent.
Oh, Gilby was
Another-
Gilby.
He's an insider.
No, he was
He's a
being
double
harassed.
agent.
He was being harassed by the actual guards, as was the captain.
Should we make sure they get free and clear?
No. We.
No?
No,
Just drink?
not right
Okay.
now. We're gonna go to the bar.
Not
Alright.
right now, bro. I'm busy. With what? Drinking. 1 second. Let's see. Did this load properly?
Special moment, okay. Are you rolling for a random bar portal?
Yeah. And I had to get the map for it. 1 second. So with that investigation check, your journey takes you far from the inner city.
That's
Let
Oh,
me bring you on a journey through the streets to the edge of town, closer to the river,
oh, perfect.
where a nice little
Where I
homely
need to
bar
be.
exists, called Quietus's Haven. Now let me make sure it is properly starting you on the right side of the map. It looks to be like it is a farm at the outset, but there's a couple of signs pointing towards it as if it is a actual tavern of some kind. You don't know what. Probably like a nice little hovel, maybe. Who knows, really? Only one way to find out. Why is everything dark? 1 second.
I don't know.
I'm testing the map to make sure it's loading properly. Okay, there we go.
And the Fremb thing had told us to meet outside the town, right?
Correct, but it would be like closer out here or over here that you would be able to meet it
Okay,
if you're looking for it.
yeah, sure.
Are you looking for the friend?
In this area, yeah, like I could just take a look around.
Roll me a d20, please.
Sure thing. Well, thank you for this meme.
Yeah, I
I
got
just saw
you.
it. Oh,
With a 7.
from a
You-
20 to a 7.
1 second. I'm checking something. What's this thing? Yep. Alright. Absolutely. As you're looking around, you see kind of trails of frems in the sky, some closer to the river, boom, dunking in and out as they please. They're very friendly looking creatures most of the time, as far as you understand it, from what's been told to you. But you don't quite make out yours, the ones you met anywhere, the specific one you met anywhere. Not at the start, anyway. And then, after a minute, you kind of look around, and then the Frem's seem gone, and your chance to find it seems to have faded slightly here. You'll have to look again later. But, in the interim, welcome to Quietus's Haven. It is a small little, like, farming field right in front of the tavern, and you can see there are tables set out at the edge of the platform, and there's, like, not very loud celebrations, but people are on the outside of town talking about stuff, drinking, in the early morning, which is not very well. It's closer to mid-afternoon, but it's not very
Ah, yes.
healthy for them.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
Do you want to know what they're growing? You can roll me a nature check.
Oh, I'd love to.
Sure, why not?
Stuck weed.
All right, Valrius, you recognize this from your days back home as one of the very few things that were peddled through your Thieves Guild as a very expensive kind of tea in some cases. On the right side here, on that side, it's like tea leaves and some special kind of like psychedelic effects if you cooked them right from that side. With the 10 Eldegard, you know these to be probably very tasty looking forms of maybe wheat or rice. You can't quite tell. With a 22 nature, Gwenneth, there are two sides to this field. The psychedelics on this side, which could be made into teas, various materials, and then traditional kind of fruits, but as you're looking more to the left, or not fruits, traditional kind of like rice, wheat product. I don't know why I said fruit. You notice that there's something strange about the flowers that seem to be growing around it, and so you realize those are probably not regular rice paddies.
Stir. Do you think you could cover me if I like take a closer look at those flowers?
Don't eat them. Yes.
Yeah, they're a bit. These ones are a bit weird.
Yeah, sure. It's the left side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when it's like, and she just like she into the water.
Oh,
Oh.
there she goes.
You guys
For science.
see from the
I was gonna
other.
start walking off towards the bar.
You see from the other edge of the kind of
Gwen,
over
What
here.
are you doing?
You see one of the people at the edge of the bar. Hey, out of the water!
Hold on. That's our. Hold on. Where's the flowers?
No, get out of my water! You see her start to. The rest of
Hey,
you
what's she
see
doing?
this lady walk across
Oh
the
my
kind of
God.
plant basin lines, the weird kind of wet soaked grass, very effortlessly, like she's almost.
Are we gonna
hold
get
on.
kicked out?
We don't know her.
I'm taking a closer look.
Only a strength check or a strength save.
Strength save, sure. I'm just taking
Fucking
it.
druid.
As you're like, I'm just grass starts to like grow out from beneath your feet, pushing the water and some of the plants slightly aside gently until it kind of has you like wrapped up, kind of like in a cocoon with your head out.
Okay.
She goes,
All right.
first rule, I guess you're new here. Yeah, you're definitely new here. First rule, don't touch my fucking plants. Second of all,
I didn't touch anything.
yeah, I saw you going for the flowers. Don't
I'm
even.
just looking at them. Jeez.
I don't believe you. This wouldn't be the
I'm
first time this
telling the
week.
truth.
Too bad. She flicks a hand in the grass pod, kind of tosses you next to her. Thunk. It's like a bedroll almost. She picks you up. All right.
Okay, can I get a better look at the flowers from here?
Yeah, you can roll me a nature check.
Sure.
Don't dive into my fucking fields and
I didn't
enjoy
die,
your
I-
stay. I heard the splash, and she just puts you down on the ground.
It's a 14.
Insufficient to find anything new from that angle. She looks at the rest of you and she goes, "Keep an eye on your friend and keep her away from all of my goods. Normally people pay for those."
What are the flowers? What if I paid for the flower? How much do they cost?
One flower?
I don't know what they do, so.
She looks at you. 1,000 gold.
Well, I would like to know what it would do for a price that large.
Well, if you wanted to know, maybe you shouldn't have started fucking touching my shit.
I
before
didn't touch
asking.
anything.
I saw you stepping through my fields. I'm gonna have
I
to
stepped
retell that.
through the water.
She gets really close. Where do you think the plants are growing?
In the water,
You
but
think
then
stepping on the dirt that they're growing on doesn't affect them at all? You know how hard it is to get it to taste perfectly? She gets really fucking close. Very angry face. I spent weeks preparing each batch. You will not step into my water again. Are we clear?
Yes, Gwen lies.
Alright. Well, your friends can carry you.
Is this magic?
Yeah.
Cool. When she steps away, Gwen just casts a spell magic.
Really?
And then she
Um,
Alright. I'll step out of your water. Fine.
Stay out of it.
Alright. Okay, anyway, I'm going to.
No,
She's
no,
not going to go back
no.
in. She's not going back in. She's calm down.
Finger point.
I'll stick my
I'm
ducks in
watching
you.
you.
Alright. So anyway, it's probably harder.
Don't do it.
What do what?
Come on, let's go find a table.
Okay, hold on. I
As
do
you,
have a.
You gotta wonder where they're shipping these plants to. They're not exactly the kind of thing that normally that a regular person would
Anyway,
take.
don't worry about it.
Why is it? What kind of plants are they, Val?
They're tea, but like
Psychedelics.
Tea, but like yeah, that too. But it's
The
also tea. It's
the
very
flower is
expensive
weird.
tea.
No, my boots are wet. Didn't even know.
Not exactly the kind of thing that you'd see in normal markets.
Come on, let's
Maybe
go.
not back home.
Maybe it's
Val,
consumed
this
locally.
isn't a normal market. The solstice is literally filled with magic. You think they're gonna
I
have
hate
a
it
normal
here.
economic structure?
I hate it here. There's magic everywhere.
I want to do those flowers
I'm-
do.
I mean, you say there's no economic structure, but then she just tried to buy a
It's-
flower for 1,000 gold.
Exactly, that's not normal. I'm talking about normal economic structures.
I mean, these flowers aren't exactly cheap. That sounds.
No, let's
That's
not
not-
argue.
that's-
Let's get down to the drinking.
Ian, does 1,000 for the flowers sound like the general ballpark?
She's not talking about the harvest, by the way. She's talking about the special flowers on the left side, which do look strange.
Oh yeah, I
and
don't know
specialized.
anything about those, do I?
Nope.
That's what
Okay.
Gwen was trying to fact out about them. You got intercepted.
I don't know. It's
Trade
so weird.
secrets, motherfucker.
Let's
Maybe
go
we're invisible or
trade.
something.
I have a fucking bot.
Yeah, I noticed.
Gwen, if you get us kicked out, I'm gonna punch you in the
I'm
face.
not.
For real. This
You will
time.
go.
Can we please go get a table?
Okay.
Hey,
fine.
travelers, how's it going?
Walking and talking.
Hello.
Across
What's
the
for the
other
drink here, my friend?
across the other side, you see what looks like an elf dressed in kind of light robes. What's good to drink? Depends on what kind of mood you're in today. If you're in it to be out of it, there's the house special. They call it the Wave Rider because you sit by the little river, you just feel it go, and all your worries go with the waters. If you want the regular, typical, weaker stuff, we got that on house too. Pleasure to meet you. Name's Kendo. I work here. Wink. Or at least I'm a regular enough that people think I work here. Wink.
Well, you had us.
Funny.
Pleasure to meet you. Come on. On the other side of the fence. I saw good old... Oh, she's giving you the stink eye.
Mm,
Yeah, Torn doesn't like new people. She's very uppity about it.
Is she the owner?
No. Well, technically of the fields. Some of it, anyway. Our parents run the actual establishment. And they're much more appreciative people.
I found the dog.
the dog doing?
The dog. Oh, yeah, he's a local pet. Don't let him bite you, though. He has a real mean jaw on him. And it opens its mouth.
I like him.
So there's a
I
person on the
like
water.
it.
Oh, there's fish in the water, yeah. Okay, no, kind of like...
There's a place where we can swim the water.
Swim on this side of the river? I mean, are you fancying a long swim or a one-way ticket swim?
It sounds ominous. What do you mean?
Well, I didn't think about it, so I guess it's a two-way.
Point.
I meant, like, the
at
river only goes
Thorn?
down that way. And, no, she won't kill you if you get in the river. But the river might kill you if you get in the river. It's got some
good to
really
know.
strong currents. Especially this time of year. Pleasure to meet you, by the way. It should be noted
Pleasure's all mine.
Kendo seems to be at least from the outlook, an ordinary elf. Don't like you.
I'm gonna give me one of them wave riders.
I'll put one in under my name for you, bud. Trust me, it is an experience. Though I wouldn't do it too recklessly. He walks up into the establishment and disappears, leaving you. On the front, you see a dignified elf to the side, sat on her own table, drinking what looks like a soft, kind of tea. And it's strange, because she's kind of like slurping at the cup, which is not traditionally what you'd expect from a noble elf, but that's what she's doing. And at the side of the stairs, you see a pretty chipper-looking human who is just sat at the stairs, and then as he sees you approach, he gets like beggar eyes. He goes, "Hello, sirs and ladies."
Oh, hello.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Spare
You
a
get a
coin for
table?
your. Oh, I don't work here. I
Oh,
beg
you don't?
here.
Oh, yeah.
You big on the front like step?
Yeah. Drunkards are very polite and giving. They understand the plight of the soul.
Would you prefer a meal instead of coin?
Yes. With your passive insights, you know he's full of shit. He's definitely got a full stomach. He didn't
Well-
roll that high on his deception, but he does have a pretty big smile on his face.
Well, how about this
Yeah,
then?
about yourself.
She casts Gwen her eyes glow as she casts minor illusion, and there's a kitten in it, which meows because she can do that because of improved minor illusion.
When it meows, you see Olo grabs his chest. I'm definitely allergic. Slams his face on the ground.
Ah, I have banished the beggar. Let's go.
Nobody appreciates a good comedian anymore.
The cat meows.
Is he actually a homeless person, or
You can roll an insight if you'd like.
Enough like that.
Of our passive insights, said we know
Yeah,
full of it.
you know he's full of bullshit.
I'm gonna re-roll that. This is important.
Definitely not homeless.
Val
Okay.
is burning through his spell points.
No, whoa.
This was important.
That's a big crowd you're bringing in. It's one at a time on the inside. The drinks are special
Oh.
serve.
Okay.
Hey, where'd your buddy go? Up there it is.
Unknown.
Hey, and he really quickly rushes over to Eldegard. Here you go. One soft wave rider for
Like
you,
Gwen,
bud.
Gwen turns to Val and like shows him like the kitten that's in it, like the minor illusion kitten.
Wait, what's this?
Nice cat. Yo, Olo, you fucking with the new guys? Oh, I'm deathly allergic. No, you fucking aren't. You have a cat at home. He goes back. Anything else for you fellas? I can pick them up for you on the house since your friend's so kind and friendly.
Yeah,
It's not a gift. It's not a gift. I'll say that. I just like saying hello to people, and I have excess wealth.
I'm glad you're so honest. What
Oh,
are
here's
my
how-
options?
Well, here's a way to make sure it's not a gift. I'll give you a coin for it. Nice little exchange.
Sure enough, works for me. Depends what kind of journey are you experiencing today that you want to cease, alter.
I want to know what those flowers are.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Torm might rip my arm off if I told you, so I simply won't. I like both of my arms.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
fine.
what journey I.
They are worth the
have-
price, though, if you were wondering. She doesn't. She doesn't bullshit on that, at least.
I don't. Okay, we don't have that money. Anyway.
Tragic.
We don't, unlike.
No, I feel you.
Okay.
There's excess of wealth, and then walk into a room filthy rich. Wealth.
Okay, well, anyway, I suppose the experience I would want is knowledge? Question mark?
Okay. Steps inside.
like the cat like is dispelled from her hand. He's like, "Ugh. I don't get it."
Good news, bad news.
Creek.
Here's your drink. That's the good news.
Oh,
Bad news is knowledge. Well, it's a bit of a rough journey. Wink.
Oh, what do you, that was very fast.
You can roll me a nature check.
Okay.
Oh.
You fucking knocked it over.
It must be magic. It must be magic, Gwen. You think about that. Valrius with your 5 instead of Gwen's 3. Because mine is
I
5.
gotta.
Alright,
Wait, what?
with your 7. You beat the DC of 5. That's water with food coloring.
You fucking want this?
No, she asked for... Most of the people who ask for this sorts of trips here don't come out pleasantly inclined. That's the specialty for their folk.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you?
You recognize
What?
the flavor and the drink. Winks at you, Val.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Forget it. Anyone else care a drink? And
No,
you-
I actually didn't hear him.
Oh, he says you recognize the drink and flavor, and you know.
I mean, I guess.
Gwen drinks.
It tastes kind of peachy.
Oh,
That's it.
I didn't think it actually had flavor in it.
Is this? This is
No.
a rough trip.
Well, soon it'll hit you. Just
Inside.
sit and think. Sit and think on it. Let me roll his deception real quick. In front of everybody. It's just his charisma. He's lying to you. It's not. That's definitely not a rough trip.
Do you, Valrius, can you give me a
What?
real drink, please?
Why
Hey,
you
I'm
asking
sorry
Wait,
for
me
wait a
asking
minute.
for
How old are
those?
you, kid? By the way, and he motions to Valrius. The other guy
What
had
do you
a.
mean, how
okay.
old am I?
Yeah. The other one had the sick mustache. I knew he was of age.
Is there?
The facial hair gave it away.
Finger guns.
Do you need to be a certain age to drink here?
No, but some drinks have varying effects dependent on age, or metabolism, or personality.
I have a pretty good metabolism. Don't worry about it.
That's not the. Anyway.
Hey, Valrius, can you get him to give me like a
Why?
An actual
why
drink?
are you asking me?
because I rely on you.
Well,
Sorcerers are good at that kind of thing.
Olo gets up.
Me.
He looks at him. Can I get a drink on the house? And Kendo just pushes it back down the stairs. Fuck off, Olo. He drips.
That like little creek area to the left.
Mhm.
Can I
Yeah.
have a duck swim there?
Yeah, definitely. They're having fun.
Awesome.
You've sprained my leg. Although you don't, you can't, like, you literally cannot have your leg. Shut up.
Urek, could you I don't know what he means by a journey. Like what I'm looking.
No, yeah. You want a drink,
I
guy?
don't get it.
Huh?
You want a drink?
Yeah.
What you fancying? A cool vibe? Journey across
Something
the world?
actually drink, you know?
I'll see what they stew up for you.
Can I roll another nature check on my fucking drink?
Yeah. Olo gets up. Oh, he's such a terrible man. That's fucking water.
This is fucking water.
Olo gets up.
Yeah.
Sekendo, such a cruel man. He abuses me every day.
Yeah, he's
Gwenneth,
very
you want some
cool.
of
He
this?
gave me fucking water when I asked for knowledge.
Are you offering your drink, Eldegard?
Yes, offering my drink to Gwenneth.
You're very far away.
I'm not in Foundry.
you teleport.
Crash.
He manifests next to you when you talk about how far away he is.
Just like Misty steps.
You look over where he was, and it's just a duck.
It's like, oh, that's very kind of you, but that's
Shadow
your drink, isn't
clone.
it?
Oh, it's all yours.
You're a very kind man. You want some what?
Can I have some?
Yes.
Not the water. I
You
don't
can have
want the
some
water.
water.
No, I don't want the water.
This isn't water. This is
You shouldn't
flavoring
have told him
and
it was water.
Ooh, its peak is very crisp. I like it.
Okay, well, I guess I drink
Fine.
what
I
it was
guess they
given
won't
from
bite.
The Wave Rider.
the Wave Rider.
All right,
Uh-oh.
Eldegard. Now that you're drinking more of it, I'm gonna need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh.
Oh!
I thought this was Gwen drinking it.
No, it's Eldegard was drinking before you shared it.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What for? What exactly?
For the drink. For its
Which drink?
An
effect.
The peach one?
intelligence saving throw.
No,
for
no,
a
no.
drink.
For the
The water.
not for the water. Not for the water.
For the
It's
Wave Rider.
For the wave rider.
Okay. It's an 8 plus
Oh.
plus 1. I
Plus
don't know.
negative. One?
You're -1. So Eldegard, you feel a kind of calm pass over you, like you're kind of floating on a river almost. Serenity. Like you know, like those like on a quiet day. Imagine you're in like a water park, just floating alone in the quiet across one of those like water tunnels. That's what it kind of feels like. The chill journey, and you're feeling a little bit tired, like you want to just lay down and close your eyes.
Whoa, you can really feel the waves in this one.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go sit by the ducks.
All right, he goes off.
he
Moments later, after he leaves, Kendo comes back and he goes, "Hey, I got a drink for you, big guy." And he offers you a kind of very light pink drink to you, Urek. They call it the Bloody Mary. I don't know
Oh,
what it
boy.
means. It's some new concoction they've come up with. It's supposed to be a real good time.
Bloody, huh?
I mean, that's why they make it pink.
Takes a deep whiff of it.
No actual blood, I'm pretty sure.
There's no blood in this.
I mean, I'm not gonna king shame, but I don't think it's supposed to have blood.
I don't think
This is
that's a
full
kink.
disappointment.
Is that a kink?
Perhaps they chose the
It
wrong
can
word
be.
in front of the
Or
children.
go from really far away. No.
No.
He'll just drink it all like at
no.
once.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
What do you mean the children? Who's the child here?
Yeah.
You and no.
What?
You
What do you
can't
mean?
say you can't say that in front of them. That's kind of rude.
What do you mean?
You're good, Urek. It's feeling warm in your stomach.
Tears begin to appear at the edges of Gwen's eyes.
What? No, don't cry. No. I'll get you a drink. I'll get you a real one. I promise. While Gwen is distracting Valrius, Gemini with your passive perception, as well as Urek with your passive perception, you see him get a glass of fruit juice,
Oh my fuck god.
and then a second one, and he goes, ta-da! Drinks.
Oh, okay, thank you. You're not gonna bother rolling in the entry she believes in.
There you go. Enjoy your hard stuff.
Okay, thank you.
It's a wonderful trip. You too. Enjoy.
Oh, okay.
Again, these are, the first round's on the house. Next couple of ones, I'm not gonna lie, you might have to buy yourself. They could be a bit pricey. 3 gold.
Can I insight this guy since I know he's dishing out non-alcohol last time?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Alcohol, maybe.
The
You don't
real
know.
one?
It's definitely not water this time.
He takes a sip. Alright.
He'll take a bit. Enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just
want
kinda
anything, lady?
motion. I'm good. Someone has to take care of the children.
Look, I'm sorry
you mean
about you and your
children?
wife and this whole
How do
thing.
you know I'm 20?
I didn't mean to.
6.
I didn't mean to offend you and your, I don't know, family. I
We're
guess.
not married.
Dope. Sorry. All right. Good to know.
Did you just
Shit.
assume
What-
my
what did you
marital
say?
status?
Fuck every single. I have to remember. Just because people dress the same, they're not married. Okay.
Who do you think is married? You and Mo?
Urek and Gemini, who are both in sleek black, kind of like depressed, like
Yeah.
serious face.
Honestly, it might be even weirder if they were married and dressed the same.
That would be weird.
Good
Yeah,
point.
what the fuck?
I didn't say Kendo was
Also,
a
they
normal
would be
man.
such a weird couple. They'd be both just like angry. Like,
Yeah, they're
just
one
being
of those-
so
they're one of
awful,
those-
just laughing at
That's
everyone.
so
It'd be
bad.
terrible.
It sounds terrifying.
She would just be like, "You're do the dishes." He'd be like,
Low energy.
"Do anything." Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy your trips, gang. And he's Kendo's gonna take his own drink and relax his vibes.
Cool, everybody's relaxing. Time to send out the bat and figure out what the fuck those people
Mhm.
Yo, this edible.
This can
Yeah.
only go well.
Well, something takes priority over the bed right now. Eldegard, you end up falling asleep. It's just that chill, those good vibes.
Eldegard, wake up.
He's out like
No.
a lamp. Hmm.
No,
Okay,
Mom.
I'm gonna
we're
put him on.
fine.
I'm not your mother. I'm gonna put him on his side so if he pukes, he doesn't choke on it.
All right, noted.
Thanks for explaining the water splashing. You know, having some
Hey,
duck time.
Dux, you wanna like take care of Eldegard? You wanna?
Quack, quack,
Hit him up?
quack, quack, quack. They kind of just look at
Okay.
you.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Where is Aspen?
As you say
We
that,
should
as,
ask her, like,
as,
hours
In
as,
the
ago.
barrel.
Oh, there she. Wait.
Oh, there she goes.
Okay.
I should have told her to not cause any trouble.
Well, that's, oh no.
Yo, this edible ain't shit.
as you
didn't get any alcohol in that. You know
As-
that, right?
That son of a bitch.
that son of a bitch got me a second time. As you begin to
You guys are
sleep,
getting alcohol?
Does Gwen
Eldegard.
drink more of the Wave Rider?
If you do, by the way, you will have to. You would actually no, you don't, because you're a half elf, so you're good. But you begin to dream again, Eldegard. First, the dream's that quiet waves crashing against the ocean side, the silence, the peace, and then things take a turn for a little bit more morbid. As your eyes kind of flicker
boy.
open, and you look and you see the kind of river upon which you are riding, floating, is bloodied, nightmarishly so. You see fingers floating and falling underneath, eyes of creatures below the waters, like it is a sea of bodies, of blood, of death. And it takes a lot to not just immediately upend your what little you've eaten and what you've drunk already, but it is a dream, so it's not. It doesn't hit the real real Eldegard doesn't vomit at the start of this nightmare when he does in the dream, because of the sudden just wave of nausea that comes over him as he vomits over. And you all kind of look at Eldegard, just start shaking a little bit, and then he spits out and starts like puking some in his kind of almost delirious state. And back on the side of the dream, as you float down the river again, covered in body, and start to like pull yourself up to try to get away, you feel yourself starting to sink slowly, and then you grab a hold on like what feels like stone, pulling yourself up above this kind of blood, this soak, this heavy weight over you, and you hear a lullaby, kind of rocking through the air, sung by what sounds like a beautiful Elvish voice singing in Elvish, and you know Elvish, correct?
I'm not sure.
Let me double check.
I know Sylvan.
You do know Elvish. The lullaby is a tale of a lost child alone, kind of feeling afraid, and it's like a sort of relaxing tale of the wildlife coming around, the people around coming around, and guiding this kind of lost child home to its mother. And as the lullaby continues, you feel a chill, and you hear a tap 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 in a very rhythmic fashion. Tap 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 in that same length and focus for several things, and then you hear scribbling, almost scratching noises, and the nightmare starts to intensify. The waters on the river of which the bank you have pulled yourself up on start to almost flood. You look around and you realize you aren't on a riverside. You're trapped almost in a cage. Something you hear rattling, shaking, screams echo out. You hear begging cries, and then tap 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 tap, and then you see something as you turn, kind of trying to discern your surroundings. Two beady little eyes in the face of a frog stare at you directly, and you see it scribbled down on something, and you don't understand what this thing is, what it is, why it's causing so much pain, and then you hear it go, discontinue the project. Otherwise, things might get problematic. And you see him turn back, look at towards you, and you hear, meh. Can't win every time. Good thing it wasn't alive, otherwise this would have been a little bit icky. And then he walks out, and then you hear screams and silence, and then nothing, nothing, nothing. The blood river starts to overflow, overtake you, and then you hear a... Is that a creature in there? Dude, I thought he said the lab was discontinued. Like, all of the projects were disabled. They're supposed to, and anything we're supposed... Is it moving? And then you wake. Your throat heavy. The nightmare still on your mind. Almost burned in there.
Eldegard?
Immediately look up to Gwen. Don't drink any more of that, whatever you do.
No, this guy's an asshole. He gave us non-alcoholic stuff.
No, the Wave Rider. The Wave Rider.
Oh.
Throw that shit away.
Squint. Can I roll a nature in this?
Yeah.
Does that frog look like, I don't know, Timworth?
No, okay.
It takes a moment out of the dream, and then you kind of just refocus, and that was definitely a wizard frog, and you only know one wizard frog. And for you, Gwen, the nature check, Eldegard just felt it was definitely a hallucinogen, but it shouldn't have been so powerful. All it seemed to do was like a simple sleep spell and a relaxation, kind of calming emotions almost. Whatever intensified it was definitely not the drink. It was something else.
It wasn't drink, Eldegard. I'm fairly sure it wasn't. She drinks it.
No.
Nope, you can't fall asleep, so
No.
not by magical means anyway.
No, this is weak shit, and frankly. Hey,
Roll me a
Valrius.
Constitution saving throw. Though.
Here we go.
I'm gonna call Duck Souls.
You
You
are
say 5 like
tipsy.
it's not a lot, and then we keep getting more.
If we roll our average, we either get like 6 nat ones a session or 0 nat ones.
Our
a session.
average,
There's
our
nothing
average,
between.
our average is gonna dip.
All right.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit tipsy, but you're not sleepy, and you offer it to Valrius.
It's weak shit.
Val,
fine.
don't drink it. Val, don't drink it.
Don't,
It's not gonna
whatever,
do
guys.
anything to you.
Don't.
Like,
on
it's fine.
one hand, I don't trust it because of whatever the hell just happened with
Eldegard?
Eldegard. But at the same time, I wasn't
You
lying.
don't know my name?
I wasn't laughing. I do have a pretty good metabolism, so I'm gonna take a drink.
Roll
Gwen's
me an intelligence saving
fucking
throw.
swaying from side to side already.
Is it
Like a
intelligence
sip.
or con?
No, intelligence is for the effect.
I
of the
want
drink.
intelligence.
Okay, well, either way, is this an effective poison?
No,
No?
No.
Okay.
it's. I don't think it counts as one because it's just casting a spell on you. Technically, is how it works, mechanically speaking. Anyway.
Okay.
That fails. So you.
I'm gonna, as it fails, I'm gonna add 2d4.
Okay. That still fails.
Are those 2 ones?
2 ones. You feel that first wave of relaxation hit you. Pretty. A little bit tired, but doesn't seem to be nightmare-inducing. It's in fact very relaxing.
I'm gonna pick up the cup
But
next
I'm
to it,
able,
Val.
I'm
Just
able
chuck
to
into
recognize.
words.
I'm able to recognize though that this isn't the alcohol.
Right. Almost immediately.
Yeah.
It's the extra stuff they put in it.
So I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna say again that I have a pretty good metabolism, but this is something else. This isn't the. I'm feeling really good right now, but it's not because of the alcohol. It's not. It's this. I'm feeling really good. This is like some kind of
Val,
some
sit
kind of
down.
magic.
Sit down.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna cast Restoration on myself.
Restoration?
Yes.
I don't know. Could you pull up the spell to make sure? I have to check something.
Yeah.
Makes it worse.
It is not any of those conditions.
Okay, I figured. Yeah, it's definitely some kind of magic, and
You're
I'm
feeling,
feeling really. I'm gonna
sleepy.
be honest. I'm feeling really good. A little tired, but at the same time, I don't like where this is going.
Guys, don't let him fall asleep.
Val, sit down. Okay.
Hold on.
I'm already sitting down.
Val?
Yeah.
Roll me a d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Hey, Val didn't drop int. We're gonna be fine.
Oh.
What?
Apparently, our wizard did.
You
Oh, wait,
Cat-
that's
you
cool.
try-
she's tipsy. She's like, it's fine. Just.
this spell. That should do. That should do. And Valrius, you.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't. Did I mention?
He's just sleepy. It's fine. Whatever.
I'm
Did I
gonna like grab
mention I
Val
don't
by
trust
my
this
collar, trying to
place?
shake him like, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep.
I don't trust this place. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
I said that right from the I'm tired.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna stop him. Wake up.
Don't fucking hit me.
Is Gwen swaying on her feet?
Yeah.
Gwen is like,
That just makes me tired and in pain.
I'm gonna help Gwen
Good,
to the
focus on the
ground.
what
but
are you
keep
doing?
You sitting up.
What are you? I'm fine. Like, I'm alright.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah. Well,
Don't follow the
Don't
light,
s-
Valrius.
I don't like your tone.
Good. Valrius, you
Stay
begin
angry
to
at me.
doze off.
I'm not angry
chase
at
the
you. I'm
river.
just mildly annoyed.
Okay.
I'll stop him
Stay
again.
annoyed at me.
Just
Stay
close my
focused.
eyes for a couple seconds.
Now. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Remind me to do two things. I'm gonna when I wake up, I'm gonna search this place to the ground. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. Remind me when I wake up.
Great. I'm gonna like try to like do that like clap snap thing right in front of the face. See if I can get some type of like jolt out of Val.
No.
An aggressive like smacking my hands
And
together.
then the magic kicks in, and he's out like a lamp.
No.
I'm just gonna take.
I tried.
Floating down a river. Serenity. Peace.
Feeling really good right now.
You feel real warm inside, Valrius. And you start to feel the water like kind of boom, like shake a little bit, and then you just feel a little bit warm. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. Actually, no, it's charisma saving throw. For you. Okay, that's the fails.
Our average is plummeting this session.
Yeah.
That fails. You feel that warmth
does it?
start to fail and start to like fade, and then you felt blood on your skin before. You know what it's like, and as you open your eyes, kind of like in shock, you are floating no longer in a serene river, but one of blood, body parts, massacre, and death. And you can hear kind of faint squeals and screams.
Yeah, that's not good.
How do I enter this buffet?
I'm wide awake right now.
How do I enter the fucking buffet? As you wake up,
Let me in.
you like kind of pull yourself up onto the side of the shore. The water seems turbulent but calmed for some reason. As you look around, you realize you're not standing on grass but stone and then steel, and you hear whimpers, screams, and then the sound of a and then screams, and then again, tap 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 tap.
What is that?
As you turn, boom, you see it's the sound of footsteps. Tap 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 tap. Moving from encasement to encasement, small form, tapping on the ground with his boots. Bop, 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 bop. Every time it moves, it makes that fucking sound, bop, 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 like its feet are wet, and it's on the stone,
Huh.
and his shoes
How
are
is
wet.
that?
And as you say that, the vision, the dream shifts, and you find yourself in a dark grove, and you hear kind of weeping, begging, and you see a creature more majestic than you have ever seen before, a kind of like proud, almost stag, which seems to gleam and glow, upon which a fey creature, winged, beautiful, humanoid in shape, similar to one of the armed guards you had seen before, kind of dismounts in the strange forest looking around. And he goes, what in the fucking... And then you see a bag around its head. It screams for help, and then it's gone. In blink of an eye, you hear a buzz. You blink, you find yourself strapped to a table. You see knives. You see a sharp blade spinning, approaching closely, and... Tap, 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 tap. The only consistent sound followed by scribbles. And then, as it feels like you're being ripped apart, torn limb from limb, you wake.
I just feel like I'm used a lot of the time.
I'm
but
like
I don't
shaking
want
Val by his collar.
What
Yeah.
is going on?
How long was I out?
No more than a couple of minutes.
I don't know if my mom's still alive.
Gwen, oh my god. Okay. Gwen, it's okay. It's okay. Look at me.
Look at Gwen.
Relax. You're
can't.
over emotional right now.
Can't.
This is all induced by alcohol. You know that. Your brain's being
Wow.
unreasonable with you. You're fine.
Never had alcohol.
This is that
What?
shit sucks. That
No,
shit
what's
Never
sucks.
had alcohol. No, I don't drink.
I'm gonna cast lesser restoration on her.
Boom. Clarity.
Oh no, I'm really
Does
embarrassed.
she puke?
Can I roll a
Constitution
con save to see if I
saving
pay? Here comes the natural one again.
Don't you dare say that.
Gaming.
Close.
Oh my god.
Yep, that happens sometimes.
You can hear it kind of going, told you not to give him the alcohol.
Yeah, well then. That was very
Alice, what did you
unpleasant.
see?
Okay. I think
That whole thing sucked.
I'm
There's
sorry.
There's something
tried-
going on here.
I tried to stop it.
it's Fey magic. What do you expect?
Oh,
No,
you guys
no, no,
literally
I
took
don't think- I don't sure.
like
No,
Gwen
I
just
mean,
like
like-
pinches the bridge of her nose like we accepted gifts from the fair.
I mean, like beyond that.
These were gifts.
Nah, they were drinks. You guys just...
They
I
were-
don't know.
Drinks that were
Well-
gifted on the house.
I paid for mine.
I mean, up until the point where the dream got volatile, it was a pretty good ride.
Okay. We're gonna go.
But look at
back.
Val
This
shake,
is-
still shaking him. The frog has blood in his hands.
Ori, are you okay?
Translation, 67% complete. Translating.
Okay.
Boop-doop-doop-doop-doop.
What do you guys want to do now? I don't want to be here anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
do you think one of them gets to see? I want to know what those flowers are.
I'm gonna be
No.
honest. I
No.
kind
please
of.
don't.
I mean, are we ever gonna come back here, really?
No.
What do you
but
wanna
I
do,
don't
Val?
want people angry at us.
Don't worry. They
Hey.
will be angry at me.
No. No, they're gonna be angry at us. We are a group. If we have one negative interaction, we're gonna have more. We need to stay on their good
Look,
graces.
they can't be
We're-
mad if they don't know.
If you try to send your bat out to go do that flower searching, I feel like I can't threaten you in good faith. Where's Aspen?
Uh-oh.
Nowhere. And then you say that,
Look,
and you
let's see
go,
what she's gone.
"Where's Aspen?" And then she's like, nowhere. Just walking around. She has a crown of flowers on her head. Nah, nothing, no big deal.
Where the fuck? Okay.
How's it hanging?
Where
That's
did you get
impressive.
those
That's
flowers?
Extremely
In the
impressive.
ground.
In what direction?
A direction.
Are they the
That
same
doesn't answer my
flowers?
question.
Jealous.
I think
They
I
are.
had a
Harry.
vision. It might
What
be
was it?
related
Can I
to.
can I see what kind of flowers they?
You roll me a nature check, yeah.
Yes. Sure.
But yeah. Insufficient to identify them.
Oh, but I recognize them as the flowers. That.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
The
Aspen,
fact
you know what?
that Aspen managed to get those flowers without anybody noticing is honestly
Very.
amazing.
It's character, yes.
Hey Aspen, can you not?
Oh, yeah,
Please, if you could
What? Oh,
just put them away. Like, we can keep them with us, but
nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep on my
nah,
head for
nah.
now. For now. You want one?
You're not. I'm gonna say yes, and you're not gonna give it to me.
Oh, am I that predictable to you?
Yes.
This is
Tragic.
so meta.
Tragic. You want one, Eldegard? Here, have a flower.
No. I. Thank you.
Give it to one of your
Can I
ducks.
al- Can I also have a flower?
Oh, absolutely. As long as you promise not to share.
Oh no, I don't plan to. I just want to look at it.
Here you go. Enjoy.
I'm gonna put this away
Aspen,
for
be
later.
real with me. Were they stolen?
Nope, they were picked from the ground. They were nobody's property.
Okay, I believe her. No real insight.
Urek, are you doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should mention the Bloody Mary is very filling. You feel like, ooh, buffet style.
I'm sorry.
He's
Ford,
just
did you say
sitting on the
buff-
bridge, like kicking his feet.
Buffett.
Yes,
Buffett.
I said it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we need to? Do we need
Don't
to talk
don't
about
don't bring it up. Don't bring it up, and you'll live.
A Roger Buffett.
This is like a botcha blast all over again.
Oh, please stop. I'm trying my hardest.
I understand, but we have to bring it up. We can't get through this unless we shame the acts out of it.
All right. Anything else?
We should leave.
Yeah,
Where are you guys heading to?
quickly.
I would like to leave the outskirts of town, if y'all be so inclined to follow me.
Why are we leaving the outskirts of town?
I don't know.
Remember our
Question.
flying little friend?
We're going to do that now? Why?
Aspen, did you really find these growing in the wild?
Yep.
Where?
Right downstream a little bit.
Is there more?
Well, yeah, but there's also kind of like some rice stuff in the way.
Oh, we're
Well,
gonna die.
I'll see y'all later.
It's fine. It's fine. Like Gwen just like casts major image, and just uses all that thing to put like to give Aspen a hat
Yeah, I have a real hat too.
that covers over the. Oh. It's like Gwen's eyes are glowing. She's like, you could have told me.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have made me a magical hat. Now I
Yeah,
have
this is
two.
a cool magical hat for you. Yes.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Can
She
we
changes the
go?
shape of it to like a dunce hat.
She just looks up.
Can we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Leave.
Gwenneth,
Yes.
what Timur has here is a library, not a laboratory, is that right?
She has both.
There may
A
be a
library
lot of
and
theft.
laboratory.
I mean, more normal. What I saw was a river, almost an ocean. A blood in his hands.
I would not be surprised.
I dreamt
Every-
of a laboratory. Cages filled with what he described as creatures. Horrible tapping.
That's just his feet.
It was dreadful.
You will now fear
Wow,
the
what
tap
did
tap tap.
you see?
Is he asking me what I saw?
No, he
Val.
doesn't Val.
Oh.
Tyler.
Well, something like something like that. I saw honestly mostly the same thing as you, but there was like a fae there, and I think it got taken. What do you think Timurk's doing out here?
I'm not sure it's something he's doing or something he did.
Something illegal.
Something that breaks the laws that we know. You can always guarantee that Timek is doing something horrific.
Since we had nightmares,
Yeah.
I really don't know if that's related to our other friend's little problem.
If I knew what I was getting into, I'm not sure I would have obeyed the command.
Honestly,
I'm not sure what I would have done.
same. But every time I hear more and more about this little frog person, angrier I get.
So is
We're
there
gonna go
really,
find the Fae friend.
is
What
there
kind of
really
friend?
any reason we should keep listening to Timric then?
He is very
Um,
powerful.
He's probably listening to us right now. I mean, he just the last time anyone said anything, gold appeared out of nowhere.
It wasn't gold. It was silver coins painted platinum.
It was gold coins.
It was
painted
cool.
black.
It was gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you told me it was silver.
I'm just dumb.
No, it was gold plated platinum.
You fucking donkey.
Yes.
It's raw.
As I was,
Yeah.
Timric is powerful, and the threat that he faces is perhaps worse. That does not excuse his actions, nor does it excuse the horrific lengths that he is willing to go to. But that does not mean that we cannot use his strength, if you understand.
I'm not sure if experiments on the people here.
Technically,
I
they're
feel
not
like it's
people.
better to answer these questions at the
Ori,
bar.
Translation: 78%.
can I
What are
ask
you
you a
translating?
question? Hold on. There's a more
Translation
important
paused.
question. Ori, did Timric make you?
No, like he's just like no, it.
No. My creators are, and then static noise, which you all hear, which is the typical. Again, there's some of it, but now there's a sentence you catch, the first of their names in the translation, and it continues.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, hold on.
Are you gonna tell us their
It's
names?
go-
No, that's all you catch from the static.
I'm guessing
the-
it's part of their title.
First of their names. Is that what it means?
When it's speaking to its creators. And Ori continues, my primary function, as the translation is, should now be more accurate, perhaps, is to defend, register, and archive all of creation.
Interesting. Ori, resume translations.
Resuming.
Portal, have you been watching that anime to your eternity?
No, I've heard it's good though.
Good, good.
Like, and Portal said no, like a liar.
I haven't actually.
Um,
I want to though.
Watch it.
Let's go quickly. Eldegard, you said you wanted to go outside the outskirts. I think I can follow you. I feel embarrassed enough not to. Oh, changed.
You guys are going outside to look for the little buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think we got a name. Or did I give him mine?
As you look around outside town, you see there's a stillness in the woods, kind of like life slowing down to the march of war in the distance, the drums, the violence, and you hear boom, boom, and it floats nearby, looking like kind of the outer edge of the woods, floats down near
I
you.
don't think I
Waddles
have
on the
comprehend
ground.
languages still up, right?
Nope, way
Gotcha.
too much of his best. Waddles up to you, and it goes, "You came.
Hello there.
Hi.
Remember that this thing is part of something much bigger.
Follow me." Boom, and it starts flapping its wings further into the forest.
Where are we going?
To my friend.
Who is your friend?
You'll meet them.
I'm gonna roll insight to see if we're in any kind of danger.
I want to roll perception to see if there's any people around.
I assume like so Aspen isn't stopped as she's going around with the extremely expensive
Nah, she
looking
nicked it.
headdress. Oh lord.
Hey, I also rolled a 9, Gemini.
Neither of you feel
Gwen's
any
gonna get fucking
sort of
blamed for this. What do you see?
direct danger at the moment. Just silence. And that's the problem. It's silent. It's quiet. It's eerie almost. And then you arrive at a stone archway where you see a statue of a fox stands perfectly still.
As opposed to the statue that just fucking
Mhm.
like vibes. Okay.
Until
Oh shit.
until you step up
Maybe.
within 30 feet of it, at which point it animates. And it twists and turns, and it looks at you all, tilting its head.
Oh shit, that's badass.
It's a Pokemon.
Just the fuck.
We keep encountering Pokemon.
No,
this game.
Pokemon are in Solstice. So, like,
Don't be
No,
surprised.
Are you the friend we've come to meet?
It tilts its head. It looks at all of you. Its eyes, see what slots it would have for eyes, shimmer slightly, and then it looks at Gwenneth. And it stares
Oh
at you.
no.
Do you talk or?
Hello?
It turns around and it starts walking towards the gate.
Okay. Guess not.
This one happened to be where Timrock's lab or anything is, right?
Why did they keep looking at me? I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe they like
Yes.
you.
you're the
Maybe they
only
don't
one
like you.
that's Timurk's apprentice.
It steps
You
beyond
know
the
that
gate
makes sense.
and it sits down waiting for you on the other side.
Arcana that gate right now.
Roll perception.
Yes, let's go, baby.
That, as you look at it, Gwenneth, more and more shimmering magic is coming off of this entire place, this whole thing. There's something definitely magical about it, in its very essence, its very foundation. It does not seem hostile. It seems closer to a sort of protective ward, perhaps.
Strong magic here, but nothing that suggests it will be harmful if we step through. So, Gwenneth, step through.
Boom. All of you watch as Gwenneth is now showered in sparkling dust, almost like glitter.
Oh god, I'm not gonna get that out.
And then she's on the other side.
I think it's quite pretty, actually.
Yeah,
It's a little bit
it's
itchy.
gonna be pretty forever.
I don't
Trust
mind
me,
that.
You're not gonna get that out anytime soon.
The fox
I don't
looks
trust
at
you.
the rest of you.
How would you know?
I'll walk through.
It's a pain in the ass. It's like sand.
You watch the friend float through, and it does not seem covered in the dust, but the rest of you also covered in the glitter when
Oh,
you pass the
God.
gate.
I'll do it.
Does that Arcana extend to the dust?
You'd have to roll a separate one.
Okay.
I don't even have.
My
thumb
character's
surgery to get
smart.
rid of it.
Ooh,
With a 14, you cannot identify it, but you know it to be magical in nature. And it's
Kinda like ward,
it's-
I guess.
Yeah, abjuration magic seems to be seeping
Gotcha.
off of it, in a sense.
It's gonna be annoying.
We've been warded from whatever it is, I suppose.
I will
Mm.
continue
Next-
further.
Yeah, the fox turns, continues walking, expecting you to follow.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay, 1 second. Where is it? Where's my music? Where is my music? There it is. You follow the fox to the edge of this kind of path in the woods. You notice it is stone. It hasn't been walked in quite a long time. You don't hear sounds from the forest. Dead silence. Nothing. Boom. Follow, until you reach a big, heavy steel door that seems aged, worn, and locked. At the very front of the door, you see a skull kind of off to the side, placed not casually, but almost as if someone left it there and didn't think about it. It looks elven in nature with your passive nature checks. Definitely an elf. And the fox sits and it motions to the door. This is when me,
Trapped.
Portal, tells you something. If you enter this dungeon now, you cannot leave until it is finished. This is something you all instinctively know. Once you go through that door, there's no coming out until it's over.
I am down 2 third-level spell slots.
This is like that point in the game where it was like.
Would you like to save before you proceed?
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Yes.
like to buy some health potions first.
Nah,
Then.
it's when they tell you there's a branching path and what you're about to do
Yeah.
changes the game.
No, that's not until later. But yeah, if you would like, you can go back into town, find potions and stuff, come back. The gate's not going where. The fox is waiting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, I am down a couple spells spell slots.
Yeah, you just can long rest if you'd like in the city.
I've got a lot of stuff missing. Not gonna lie.
All those nat ones you kept rolling.
I didn't re-roll the nat ones.
So, so you
I
guys.
couldn't re-roll the nat ones.
They
were
were
saves.
saves, yeah. So I'll present to you this option. We can have you all long rest, do all your housing stuff off camera because this dungeon is gonna be long, and I want you guys to not fret the details because the town is safe. You guys are safe here. You can get what you need pretty easily, not too much hassle.
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
So you can long rest in the
Yeah.
town, and then we'll begin the opening of the dungeon. If you guys are all set.
What about magical
I'm set.
items?
I'm done.
Magical
Yeah.
items, not that aren't already taken for the warfront in Belshore.
And while they're out like
Oh,
shopping and
potions.
stuff, I don't
No,
know
they
if
have those
we'll-
available. You can buy them
how
at
far
standard
did I
rates.
get with the book?
You guys are all at Urek is at a precipice. I believe Gemini is almost at one. Eldegard is almost at one. They haven't spent all their time doing it. But the precipices are essentially those are me telling you you'll get your narrative moment and then you'll unlock your abilities because there's a mini thing you have to do.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I was
break point.
hoping to unlock my abilities before.
Don't worry, you'll get
going
them
into
soon.
this, but
You'll get them soon. They're there. I'm keeping them in mind. But it's not something that just it'll be cool. Trust me. But yeah, all of you can prepare all your things. Potions are at standard rate. You guys can math that out before. I'll let you.
I suppose
look
there's
it up
any.
with depends
So-
on what scrolls you're looking for, but yeah, there's some.
Let me check.
Just basic pots of health, or
Yeah,
like,
basic ones are the
anything-
ones they could sell you because anything stronger is being taken.
It's like a scroll of mage armor. Would be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, you guys can have those easy.
How much does that cost?
Standard rate, 100 gold a pop.
Okay. 6 gold left. Bleh. That's it. That's me.
Okay. And again, we'll open it here this week, and I'll let you do retroactive shopping between this and next session. But once you're in there, till it's over, the gates kind of heavy in their weight. You see the fox when you're all ready, nods, turns to them, and it's like the first note of a lullaby, and you hear and the doors open, and it looks at you all. And it's almost somber, and then it motions to the door.
I
Onwards
would
and upwards.
say I would go in first, but I can't see in the dark.
but I can.
Eldegard steps in
Lucky
first.
you.
I can put a light on.
I mean,
Yeah,
I know.
Marching
we have
order.
torches. We don't have to go in blind.
Marching order doesn't really matter at the start. It will in the future, but at the start, you step through the gate in whichever order. It doesn't particularly matter. At the start, kind of all together almost. Doors close behind you. And you feel magic in the air around you, surrounding you. Every kind of bit of this place feels magical to the touch. And then, everything goes dark. Boom.
Magical darkness or just normal darkness?
Like you'll find out in a second, but everything goes dark. I just need to find my music. Where is it?
Actually, I
Can
think I
we
see
see
the
or
magical
not?
darkness.
You all lose your sight.
Okay.
No.
I'll tell you what you see in a moment. If I can find the banging soundtrack for this, because I had it. Boom, boom,
I
boom.
wanted to explore Fate Dungeon. This sounds really fun.
There it is.
There's not a lot of people use the Fae. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I believe this is the right one. Let me put it on El Ridambato. El Roboto.
Bard box.
Mm-hmm. You step through, and then everything goes dark. Light starts to fill the room. Moments later, you find yourselves in the center of a grassy field with colorful, vibrant flowers, trees that reach above. And as you stand, you feel this kind of strange mist in the air. And all of you instinctively hear in your minds something. A title. welcome.
Should I just typed that before?
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
just
no,
deal with this
no.
like dream with the beat.
Welcome to the realm of the Morning Dreamer. Your first dungeon. Inside at this main field, you can feel power pulsing through. At the center of this labyrinthian maze of Fey origin is something perhaps best left undisturbed, but you can't anymore. It has for too long, and now someone has to answer for the sins of another. And you have taken that burden upon yourselves, like those before you that have failed. At the end of this dungeon, there is a boss waiting for you, obviously. And I'm telling you this ahead of time. There are mechanics in the dungeon to weaken the boss. This is something that is, again, instinctual that you would know. Because it is told to you through the dream, through the essence of this place. There are 4 floors to the dungeon, and then the final floor, which is the final boss fight. Yeah, it's long. It's long. And at the end, you can feel the thing that is here, asleep, dreaming its terrible nightmare, is awaiting a wake-up call, perhaps. Grim, or maybe welcoming. That's up for you to decide when you learn the horrors of this place. Thank you all for playing this week, and next week, we begin our first dungeon crawl.
This Link's Awakening.